And we're live.
All right.
Yeah, well, there
Anyone
was. Yeah,
trying to
you,
get
you
in?
hear there was another shooting, I think, over the weekend, or maybe it was even today, but yeah, I think it was over the weekend. I didn't hear a whole lot about it.
Oh, is that
In
right?
Milwaukee, where, the police officer went to do a health, I think it was a health check on a mentally unstable person, and
Yep.
the person got a hold of his baton and hit him across the throat. When he
Oh, wow.
proceeded to draw his weapon and shoot. We killed a guy, so now they're out in the streets marching in Milwaukee.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something. It's been crazy lately.
Yeah, again, the cop is being attacked with a deadly weapon. I
Mm-hmm.
don't fault the cop there. I mean, if he, broke protocols on how he's supposed to do the check, which is what they were talking about, he put himself in that situation, but still, he was under attack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was a big news, at least locally.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard anything around where I'm at. I haven't even been shooting in a while. I've got to get my butt out there and I got to get back into the shooting again. I haven't had the money,
I know the feeling.
let alone buying any new guns. That I haven't bought anything in a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
I've sold a few, unfortunately.
all my spare cash is going other places right now, so I can't even buy a box of ammo to go out and shoot.
I haven't bought a box in several months. I yeah, I say I'm the same boat. I just haven't really had the money to spend it on, and really can't really justify it right now, especially maybe after the holidays. And I don't know.
My problem is after the holidays, well, I'm kind of screwed because it's going to get really cold.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I live in Maine, so it's the same way. This is freezing. Did you send out any other invites or?
Well, they're all up on gun channels. If somebody over
Yeah.
at YouTube wants a link, or uh, they're more than welcome. Welcome, just have to ask for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been meaning to get on those gun channels for a while. I've jumped on here or there for a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. Um, I miss not having my personal computer. I'm kind of doing this on an iPad. But when I had a personal computer, I had a little more leeway.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
But the iPad I can take anywhere though. I can lay in bed and be on a live chat. I couldn't really do that with the personal computer. I had to be in my computer room.
Oh wait, it was the news that the former Milwaukee officer is not charged in the fatal shooting of a mentally ill man.
Oh, okay.
There we go. I'll put the link in there for you, DF2 dot.
Yeah, how many people are watching?
6.
6, yeah, okay.
Don't expect us to be very entertaining until we get more panelists, and then the chat
Yeah,
gets a little more
no,
lively.
it's a little tough with you guys on.
Yep. Especially since I'm pretty well talked out.
Yep. So how's life been treating you?
Oh, could be better. Could
Oh,
be
really?
worse. So, no complaints.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you just gotta make do with what you gotta do with what you gotta do.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's been an interesting year.
Yep.
Been been an interesting year. I mean, especially as far as As far as my personal life has gone, yeah, it's been a very interesting year.
No, yeah, I don't get a whole lot into the personal stuff online.
Yeah.
You know, thankfully, through the whole situation, I did not have to buy a Glock.
Oh, yeah. I unfortunately had to sell mine.
Yeah, I just sell everything but my shotgun.
Yeah. Sold the Glock. I sold the spam can of the Mosin ammo, some 223. There's some guy who buys and sells guns locally. Um, he's got this big barn he built way out in the country somewhere. The local gun shop that I do business with sent me his way, and the place is just—it's like a big barn, and he's got in the back of the barn he's got a big old safe he just built in there with like 8-inch concrete walls, 8 inches thick. And he strictly buys and he strictly sells over the internet. I guess he goes down to Florida during the winter time and he buys and sells down there because it's a bigger market down there. And but the guy buys everything. I was like, he's, it's hard selling stuff, especially if you want to sell ammo or whatever. And this guy buys everything, anything and everything gun related, holsters, everything. He buys it. So I
Well,
was kind of glad to stumble upon this guy. Yeah, we don't want to sell our guns and ammo, but I mean, if you run into a financial pickle, sometimes it's nice to know that you could hawk a couple boxes,
yeah,
take
no,
gas in your car.
yeah, that is true. Hey, Girk,
Going on, man?
y'all ready for Kwanzaa?
Hell yeah.
I never understood Kwanzaa. What is it?
How the fuck I'm supposed to know? I ain't from Africa.
It's kind of like Hanukkah. It's like all I know is you get 8 days of presents.
Yeah.
I thought Hanukkah was 12 days.
No, it's 12 days of Christmas.
There ain't no motherfucking 12 days of Christmas. It's one motherfucking day of Christmas.
I was talking about the song.
Mhm.
And
You know,
look,
partridge in the pear tree.
I don't even like fucking holidays at all.
Well, because you don't work and don't get paid.
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. Now I don't. My job now don't pay me for days I don't work. No leave, nothing, no holiday, nothing.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does, but it's cool. I don't even fucking get overtime with that bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, this shit sucks. Somebody get a part time at like Walmart or something.
You're in a
So
Ford
then
22 in the back, aren't you?
exactly that's why I want to go to Walmart so I can buy ammo while I'm at work. So that'll be my part time job. I'll probably do that overnight or something, and I'll probably use that money from my gun money and shit.
Yeah, everybody needs to get on DF2 Dot's Christmas list. He spends $14,000 a year on presents.
What? Shit, I need a new fucking Glock.
Nah, and seriously, scale 1 to 10, how much do you spend during the holidays? Personally, I spent about 14 this year. I'm like 14,000, nice.
Nah, yeah. Man, I barely spend $500. I don't got that many people to buy gifts for.
This year is a no present year, so I spent absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, I ain't really get shit for nobody this year. I figure by the time it's over, I'll be done spend probably like $300. That's it. I'm about to fucking.
Yeah, I had a couple of people I bought presents for. That was about it.
I'm about to put my fucking my my 1911 my Spartan on arms list. Let's see if I can get a Glock 17 and an M&P9 and a trade for it. Think somebody will bite on that?
Uh,
I mean, it's a
I don't
fucking
know.
it's a $1,300 gun.
Yeah, but that means a person has to have a spare, M&P and a spare 17.
Or just he'll be willing to give them up for that one gun. But and I will also take either or and something else, you know what I mean, or either or in cash, you know what I mean.
That's how I would go, either or in cash.
But I want both. That's what I want.
Well, if you get enough cash, then you can just buy it.
Yeah, but if
And
I
if you
get
want
cash,
to, yeah, if you want a used M&P, then just get a military or not military police trade-in.
hey,
Well, you could also just end up buying a new one.
I want both of those because I don't shoot that gun. I do want that gun though. I don't want to give it up, but but it's two guns that I really do want and that I will shoot the fuck out of. That I can
Yeah.
replace for that gun, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And sorry, I forgot. I
Gun gets no
got my
use.
Christmas cards, which I was supposed to mail Friday. I see them stacked up here that I forgot to mail Friday. It sucks. Oh well. Yeah, I didn't even buy myself a Christmas present this year. Well, technically, my Christmas present were my night sights, so I really went out and spent big on my night sights. 1956.
Yeah, I spent enough money in the past year on myself.
Yeah, if I could say my PPX was
AR-15 was
my Christmas gift in Thanksgiving. At Thanksgiving, so I
yeah.
can look at it that way.
Yeah, every single gun I bought, I justified it, a gift to myself, whether it be for different times of the year, birthday gift, Christmas gift, or gift for this. I've been working hard. Yeah, I've got to go out and buy it. I got to go out and maybe buy another gun, put some money down on a gun or something. I don't know. Bring some happiness into my life.
I'm done with guns, man.
Hmm.
I don't think nobody should own guns except me.
You're the only person who should have guns?
Yes. Have y'all seen that fucking anti-gun commercial where the kid takes his gun to school, mom's gun to school, and give it to the teacher and say, "I don't want this in my house anymore"? He broke like 7 fucking laws, man. How's that? That was like ridiculous. You haven't seen this video yet?
I've not seen the video, but I was going to bring up this article later. We had more people in here, but I can bring it up now. Gun control cultist, which I guess is probably based on the video. Yeah, it's a video. So I was going to actually bring this up later, but yeah, we can talk about it now. I thought it was just an article, but
I just said, you seen it? I'm in love with the cold coat.
yeah. And I'm gonna just go off the reading. I'm not gonna watch the video because I get the drift of the video by reading the article. So let's assume this is a real life situation, which would happen, if kids were to follow. I'm gonna call him a cultist. Follow this gun control cultist. Definite, instructions on what to do. So he takes a gun out of a dresser drawer. It's unholstered. I'm gonna, since it's used for home defense, I'm gonna assume it's loaded. Drops it in his book bag, unsecured, and then carries it to school. After class, the boy pulls a pistol out of his book bag and puts it on the teacher's desk.
Yep.
In the real world, that kid would be facing numerous felony charges.
Oh, most definitely. The teacher would have fucking flipped her shit.
Yeah, he'd be under weapons theft, unlawful possession of a weapon by a minor, illegal concealed carry of a weapon, carrying a weapon onto school property,
Yes,
brandishing,
school
and
property, fucking firearms, fucking theft. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. Illegal concealed carry.
yep,
All kinds of fucking charges, man.
yeah, carrying a weapon onto school property. That's a federal felony. That's a federal law being broken. So not only are you going to get state, he's going to get federal as well. And he'll get brandishing and maybe even assault if the teacher really wants to go after it.
All right.
But again, can you think of, I'm going to call this guy, actually, I think it's a girl. It's Regina, is her name. Knows nothing about, frickin' guns or gun laws. And thinks that it's perfectly fine for, a little boy or a little girl to take a weapon to school.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was just watching Resist. I don't know if you guys ever follow Resist Tyranny's channel. He had posted a video and something along those lines of kids taking guns out of their parents' houses and bringing them to school. And
Yeah. And one other thing, besides all these, felonies he'd be facing, even if the DA decided not to charge him with anything and drop the charges, he would still be mandatorily expelled from school. Good luck getting into another school that's going to overlook this.
Man, what? I want to show. I know G-Webs is watching. I want to show him this. I meant to show G-Webs these pictures. Where they at? I'm in love with the cocoa.
By the way, G-Webs, yeah, we should all do that. If you live in this area, bring your guns to this address and we'll take them away for free.
Check that shit out. I knew G-Webs would like that shit.
Yeah, I'll just say Pokemon for Guns program.
Hey, lock it on my screen, Cork, so G-Webs can see this shit.
I am.
Puppies with guns. Just Kickstarter fucking thing.
Well, we got a bulldog with a bull pup.
Let me see, there's another one right here. I think I got one more too. Let me see.
Where are all the new pictures of your girlfriend?
Hey man, you don't want to see those.
Oh, why would you use the wiener dog though? If you're showing a German gun, it's perfectly, fine to show, the dachshund.
30s on everything, man. 30s on everything.
I'm sorry, but if it's going to be it's gonna be the hairless dog with a shotgun, or foofy dog with a shotgun.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
Yeah, they could have thought out some of the dogs a little bit better, I think.
I got it for the love. Yeah, man, it's just some fucking idiots out there, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just I'm ready. Reading comments, but is that actually supposed to be a commercial that's gonna be played like on television, or is it just gonna be like an internet ad, or just a video she's playing on her YouTube channel?
I don't know for sure. Like, I'm not 100% positive on that, but vlog, so
Yeah. I don't want to watch a video to give her another view. That's why I don't want to watch the video.
I don't care about that shit. I think you should get views so people will see the stupid shit that anti-gun people think is the right thing to do. It's so ass backwards. It's not something
Oh.
like that's
I
not
just-
a message sent to kids. Like you don't go taking your parents' guns to school if you don't want. Like if you don't want the fucking gun in your house, bring that up with your parents. Don't just take it upon yourself to take the fucking gun to school. You know what I mean?
I just gotta say this. The first comment. Can you guess who the first comment on this, or the most liked comment is? I should say on this
No, what
video
is it?
is from.
Who?
Take a guess.
Gee whiz. Yankee. I don't know. You.
Got it on the second try.
Yankee?
Yep. But I just looked at the video. It's got 63 likes, 8,038 dislikes.
Hmm. Oh, what the fuck is all the rice?
And I'm gonna mute myself so I can actually listen to this video while I watch it.
Alright. The video is just like, it's like music. It's not talking until the end.
Yeah, I just watched that video. That is
It's fucking ridiculous.
horrible stuff.
I know. Shit is crazy. Fuck are people thinking, man?
Antonio, I don't have Yankee in my circle. I'm not that crazy.
Hey guys.
Oh, who joined in? Oh, you're back, Sean. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm back.
I was just writing a comment to this video. I just want awesome message if you want kids to commit multiple felonies, dangerous, potentially life-ending situations, and possibly at least with the child's problem, expulsion from school.
Nice.
Yeah, I just can't see it. Yankees comment is just such an irresponsible video, promoting dangerous behavior to children to further your own agenda. Agenda is sickening. I just find these are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright, I'm waiting for people to jump on in. You guys beg for a chat and then nobody joins. I love it. No. Rarely anybody joins.
Yeah, we need some more guys to jump in.
Yeah. Well, you guys hear that there's going to be a machine gun theme park to open in Orlando?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it called like Machine Gun America or something?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I want to go.
Well, it's got like 10 shooting lanes, 8-inch concrete walls lined with steel plates, high-end bullet traps, blah, blah, blah.
And they got all kinds of guns. I read a list, and yeah, they have all kinds of cool shit to shoot.
Oh, yeah. Tons of stuff. I mean, that. At least now we know where the Thin Blue Line has been. He's been at that theme park.
Practice. Yeah, he lives down there.
Yeah, the Tampa area. I mean, it's not that much of a drive to Orlando.
Shit, I've been MIA too, man.
Oh, do you guys see Noir's video today?
Who's?
What in Noir?
Yeah, about the Washington law.
Yeah.
It was basically almost like what did you if you listen to that podcast that Robbie posted a couple days ago? It's almost like Noir listened to that and then made that video.
Yeah, except that they've gotten a whole bunch. He's gotten a whole bunch of it wrong.
Crazy.
Yeah, he got a lot of. Yeah, he got a lot of the law is wrong. Like, you can hand your wife a gun. You can do that.
I don't know. The law is 18 pages, and so far the people that have been just telling me, oh no, that's when you just hand your gun to somebody. That's not a transfer. But I don't know. I'll have to read it for myself.
Right now,
I think it's still
you have to be a
confusing.
basic. Yeah, the way it looks to me is if you hand somebody the gun and the gun is still, you're still there with the gun, it's not considered a transfer. Brandon, I'm muting you. Little too much noise. But yeah, that's at least the gist I got out of it. I could be wrong.
Bro.
You're making way too much fucking noise.
No, I said don't use my government. I don't care if you mute me. Put my name out there, bro.
So you know how they said like you can at a
out there.
range.
I'm using your first name, which everybody can see when you speak.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit, I didn't know I was on that profile. Why didn't you say something as soon as I hopped in? I'll be back.
Yeah, what everybody said about the law, like you can go to the range with your buddy and let him use it there, right?
Yes, and it seems like you can show your gun to your buddy in your house.
But I don't know if it says that specifically. Because, in fact, if that were the only true place you could hand somebody your gun, then if you were in your house and your friend wanted to get a feel for your Glock before he went out and bought one, that would be an illegal transfer. Since you're not at an FFL.
Yeah, motherfuckers done found out who I am and shit. I know I got
under your normal name.
I got warrants out here, man. I can't be telling people who I am.
He lives in North Carolina.
I definitely don't live in North Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina.
Nope.
Have you moved in with Stone Guy yet?
Nope.
Oh, there goes Georgia. It's not West Virginia.
Nope. So where I live at?
Yes.
I live in fucking Virginia.
I know. I was trying to say everything but your state.
Oh. I'm in love with the cocoa.
No, the way I've been reading the law, it can be interpreted one of two ways. One way, if you put your gun on your nightstand on your bed, you get up to go to the bathroom, somebody breaks in your house, and your wife grabs a gun and defends, to defend the house, she just committed the felony.
Nah, it's not like that, is it?
Yeah, that's the way it's written, supposedly. I mean, I got to read it myself, but we're going back to the beginning. I mean, the beginning of when the law was written, it was written vaguely, is what I was told and what I read. And plus, it's 18 pages long, so I don't know. If somebody can't come out and explain it to you simply, then it's not a simple law, like Noir said. So I agreed with him there.
E equals MC squared.
I said they were giving, yeah, Mariah Carey too. I forget what I was going to say. It'll come back.
I'd hope so, because I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Oh yeah, going back to the video, did anybody notice the video when if you watch a video, he took it out of the bag, his finger was on the trigger, and I was pointing right at the teacher?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It was a fake me out school shooting.
Oh, Monster Man Action would call that a school shooting.
What kind of gun was that? Was it even a real gun? It looked fucking stupid.
What was a toy gun? You think she'd actually use a real gun in their videos? Hell no.
Well, they could use something that looks real. Yeah, I guess. They're idiots. But I went to the guy's Facebook page that created it, or the person, and their Facebook page is already deleted, so they must have got trolled pretty hard the past couple of days.
Yeah, well, it's... I guess people are reporting it on YouTube for encouraging criminal activities.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened on Facebook.
Yep. I put a comment on there. Awesome video. It's like they'll see, awesome, oh, somebody likes my video, and then reads the rest and like, oh, crap. Just give them that glimmer, hope that they did something right, and then just crush them.
I'm going to leave a comment asking them how I can join their communist organization. And then I'll infiltrate.
Oh, yeah, do that.
You got to play their little subversion commie game to win this battle.
Well, what you should do is, go in there kind of like as, like a 13-year-old or something like that and say, Mom and Dad have, a safe full of guns. What should I do? At least that's what I would.
Right.
It's a okay. They're saying it's an airsoft crossman.
Yes, please go.
That's pretty funny. I don't feel safe with this airsoft in my house.
Yeah, but what kids are gonna know the difference? If mom or dad only has one gun. It's kept, like in the nightstand, kind of like in that video, and only used for self defense of the home.
Yeah. That's what I mean. The whole PSA looks cheap. I mean, it doesn't look like it was funded by Bloomberg. Maybe
Oh,
a
definitely
couple of
wasn't.
like a film student or something.
It was
Like a
it
commie
was
film student.
the more you know. Oh wait, they only do that to Hollywood actors who've gotten into legal trouble. Never mind.
Doesn't have no shooting star like a real PSA on, what is it, NBC? No, it was just cheesy.
Yeah, it was cheesy.
Low quality. No class.
No, tonight the name of tonight's video is Twang and Bang because of Rick. As we cook, it won't beat himself.
You don't like Twang and Bang?
No, they're complaining about all the background
Yeah,
noise you're causing.
We don't like clang and bang. We like
Oh,
twang.
Clang and Bang. The Gert Show. Hey, man, I'm cooking, man. Don't hate me. Don't hate me, cause y'all can't cook.
I can't.
Hey, all you need to know how to cook is bacon and eggs.
Grilled cheese.
Yep.
I can heat up some soup.
I'm about to make some eggs right now.
Yeah, when you want to feel, you feel like you're eating healthy, fried chicken works too.
Man, my girlfriend be going through these fucking eggs, man. God damn, she's possessed or something.
Okay, a little too much noise there, Gurk. When you're done cooking, let us know. Well, yeah, that I can do my fair share of cooking. Although I've got nothing in the house to really cook. That's the sad part.
You got nothing in the house to cook. You don't.
Not really.
Yeah.
I had to go grocery shopping.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I live here by myself. I keep all kinds of food in the house.
Well, I've got stuff I can make, like soup or mac and cheese or noodles or bacon.
Yeah.
I just don't really have anything I want to eat right now. Besides the bacon, and I already had bacon this week, so I'm not doing that again.
Oh yeah.
I can actually cook.
Trying to cut back.
I can't cook like chef meals. But I can cook your average everyday pork chops, steaks, chicken,
Man, I'm almost.
all the stuff that goes with it. Mashed potatoes, meatloaf. Looks good.
Check those. Butter, bourbon. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does look good.
Making eggs tomorrow because I want some eggs, but.
You do the egg with the pepper. You slice the pepper, and it's like an enclosed egg with a pepper surrounding it. Saw it on Facebook today. It made me hungry.
So,
I've got a craving for green bean casserole, so I'll pick some of that up and then stuff to go with it. It's the only way I like mushroom soup is in green bean casserole. But I'm really bad about that. Instead of using milk, I use a quarter stick of butter. I just don't drink milk, so I never buy it, so I always substitute something else. Dr. Gino wrote, trying to make eggs? What the fuck are you doing? Chasing a chicken around the kitchen trying to beat it to death with a fucking frying pan?
Actually, that is what I'm doing. Chasing my chicken.
I'm telling you, you're better than me. I don't do fish at all unless it's the battered fish in the frozen food, frozen aisle.
Oh, man, you gotta fry your own fish, man. That shit's nasty out of frozen food.
Yes, it is, but that's why they invented tartar sauce.
That's horrible, Court. Fucking horrible.
Yeah, it is a little. I agree. Now, when I want fish, I just go out and get a perch fry on Friday night. Fish fry on Friday night. Get some lake perch. That's my favorite. Yeah, I'm not the hugest fish eater. If it comes in a can like tuna fish, fine. But not a big fan of salmon or trout. Mahi's not my style.
But I try to eat fish at least once a day. All depends on what time my girl come home.
I've got a whole bunch of comments for that, but I'm gonna leave them because I don't want to offend your girlfriend.
Oh, don't do that, man. Let's send her ass after you.
Exactly. That's why I am not going to offend your girlfriend. Now I'm hungry for fried perch, but oh well, that's gonna have to wait. Yeah, do green bean casserole. Love green bean casserole. Maybe some cheesy corn. That's really good. But that's really simple. That's just corn and cheese together.
I don't like cheesy corn. My mother-in-law made it for me twice now. It's like, nah. Tried it twice. No more for me.
Yeah, I've got to thank Matt for turning me on to that. Never Enough Ammo was the one that got me hooked on that.
Yeah, I remember when you mentioned it.
Flaff really screwed me up. I mean, really want something really bad for you. French fries, cheese curds, and brown gravy.
I mean, chicken wings, fried rice, and gravy.
That's not bad either. Well, what is it? Poutine or something like that. Poutini or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, I screw up the name. I think it's poutine. It's just really good. But then again, I like brown gravy. I like cheese curds, and I like French fries. Just mix them all up together. It's really good. But then again, I get fresh cheese curds here, go to the grocery store tomorrow, mid morning, and they'll have fresh cheese curds. My problem with that is I have to get more oil for my deep fryer, and I don't want to do that. That's expensive. That's the expensive part about the whole thing is filling it up with peanut oil. I use the good, I use the good stuff. I use peanut oil.
You use butter.
You use butter to deep fry stuff in?
Yep. No, I don't use no butter. I use vegetable oil. Well, it depends on what it is. Some stuff has to be fried at higher temperatures. You could use a different oil.
And the guys are hating on green bean casserole.
Cause this shit's nasty.
It's just really good.
I like
I know it's mush, but I love it.
When I eat it, it's never mush. It's like creamy string beans with crust on top, right?
Well, the recipe is pretty basic. You can, liven it up however you want, but it's, cream of mushroom soup, milk, green beans, and French fried, onions.
Onions, yeah.
No, French's onions. Or, a different brand, but I use French's. And there's nothing special to it. It's super easy to make. That's why I like it. But I love the fried onions like that, and I like the green beans.
You can probably put like a stick of cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese in that too.
Oh, you could do a whole bunch of that's a basic recipe. It's just you need the beans, the cream of mushroom soup, and the fried onions. You can go from like anything else, like any kind of dish, you can take it to wherever you want it to go. I use the whole cut beans. I don't use the French cut beans. I use the
smaller
normal
ones.
cut.
Are they smaller?
No, they're just cut up. Instead of going lengthwise, they go by the little chop up on the sides, or like half-inch long.
Yeah.
I do the whole bean, and I like that better than the julienne style beans.
French beans are called haricots verts.
It's a dish that's served at the holidays all the time, but I do it all year round. It's that time of year I should start making my homemade chili. That's a lot of work. And not cheap. But I only do that once a year. It's sirloin steak cubes. I like beans in my chili. Some people hate them. I like beans in my chili. And the peppers. Nice little kick. Because I'm not a chili person in the summer. we can change this from a food chat to something else if somebody else jumped in here and wants to talk about something, or anybody else has a...
What does Stone Guy have his chat going on today?
Stone Guy hasn't done a chat in a couple weeks, so who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
I think he quit.
I thought he had a chat scheduled tonight.
I think he joined Mom's Demand Action. Or Dad's Demand Action.
No, I think his wife finally, castrated him, so,
Oh, is that right?
yeah. And I gotta film my holiday video. I have to get an idea for it. We'll see how it turns out, though. Probably end up looking like crap.
Oh, yeah, want to see my fucking plate now?
It's too much food.
That's just his second breakfast.
Everything. Mixed.
I'm doing a habit thing here for you, Girk, so...
Huh?
You're having your second breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast.
Because of your beer belly? I just call it second breakfast. It's a habit thing. You haven't read, The Hobbit, you won't get that joke, or, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, first breakfast, second breakfast, and I can't remember what goes on after that, but hobbits eat like 20 meals a day.
I never really got into Lord of the Rings.
No problem. And to correct DF2 dot, it's Chef Boy Begurk, not Argurk.
No, just Chef Gert. That's it.
No, Chef Boy Begurk. Instead of Chef Boy RD.
Okay.
His real name was Boyardi. Boyardi. And then they changed the spelling. I learned that on the History Channel. They changed the spelling to make it more palatable to the American market.
Cumberbatch needs to do that then.
Well, his name, anyway, he was an American, Italian American. That started canon it. Oh, if only I knew as much about guns as I did about Chef Boyardee. You know how much stuff you can learn if they had, like, a gun channel, a couple gun channels on TV, like they did Discovery Channel back in the day, and History Channel, when they actually showed stuff that,
The Outdoor Channel has. If you have the Outdoor Channel, they show.
Yeah, I've been watching Doomsday Preppers because I'm like really bored. I'm running out of things to watch on Netflix, and I'm learning a lot about guns.
Yeah. I'm
If you're in a closed, deer stand up in the metal deer stand, hunting blind,
right.
and you've got an AR-15 with a muzzle brake. Make sure the muzzle brake's outside the window before you shoot, because otherwise you're gonna deafen the person next to you.
Oh, shit, you gonna fucking deafen yourself too. But I'm gonna hop off and eat real quick. I'll be back on later.
It just sounds like common sense.
Yeah, you know what
Want
else I
the
learned?
acoustics of the outdoors, not them inside when you shoot.
Yeah, don't put your thumb in front of the muzzle of your gun and then pull the trigger.
I'm not going to do that anymore.
I mean, I learned that from Doomsday Preppers. I always did that before. I mean, I don't know why I still have a thumb, but isn't that the right way to hold it? You stick your thumb in front of the, in front of the muzzle.
I guess.
You guess.
I just noticed the dot matrix on the Glock loader.
You notice that it's dot matrix?
There's a dot matrix underneath the Glock logo.
Oh. Can't really make it out.
Yeah, I know. It's really tiny.
Do you like the Glock loader?
Yeah, it works.
Could use enough Lula, but
I only really need to use them with Glock mags for like the first few times you load them, and then they all become pretty loose enough to load them by hand.
I take that, if I take the 16th round out of my PPX mag, it is like, why did I just do that? Idiot, idiot, idiot. And I had to put it back in there. It's just the last like 3 rounds are just impossible to load. So they're all loaded and just hoping that the spring will, break in a little so that it's not so difficult. Not happening yet.
Yeah, it should. When I had my M&P 45, I had to. It took like a couple weeks for them to break in. And that's with me putting as many rounds as I could in it, and then just letting them sit for a little bit, and then I know that does nothing, but then
Yeah,
you do
Robbie,
that a couple times.
Robbie said one of the funniest things I ever saw. Was that episode where the guy basically deafened his partner right next to him with a muzzle brake. I say he was laughing his ass off, and I'm like, yeah, I was too. It's just that way. It's such a horrible show. I don't know how it made it like 3 seasons or 2 seasons or whatever it is. Like one couple was, basically like once a month or so, they're going out and buying like $2,000 worth of silver. I bet you they're feeling like big idiots right now. Buying it at $40 an ounce, and now it's worth like $15. But they were taking it, and then putting it in waterproof, just the PVC tubes, and then burying it all around their yard.
Fistful of Polymers probably playing Barbie Adventure again.
Yeah, why isn't anybody else joining in on us, with us? Come on. The link's out there.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be more. I mean, 10 o'clock at night.
Where's Stone Guy?
Yeah, come on. We got Tactical G-String out there. Dark Waters, he normally jumps in, but doesn't say a whole lot. Gino's been in here before. DF2 Doc could jump in for a change instead of being like I'm just going to be on the outside typing stuff up so I don't sound like an idiot. And I'm
Is this
kidding.
live on YouTube or is it just on gun channels?
It's both.
It's both. Yeah. They got 24 viewers, which, I'll take it for just a potluck night.
Yeah. Is that what this is? This is one of your potluck chats?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm not hosting chats anymore, on a given day. I'll just do random ones whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, it's tough. Having your own down. Some of these never enough ammo. Some of the big channels, they've been right true to their days and times.
Oh yeah, and I don't mind giving up the spot. What Tony doing is repealgunlaws.com, which if you haven't heard about that is awesome. It's kind of like gun channels, but with it's different. It's different as well. Because there's always going to be similarities between any site.
So I saw a gun blast video today that was pretty decent. I forget what gun he was looking at because he actually looked at a few different Century Arms ones, but he had James Yeager on his video. It was pretty cool.
Hey, Grant, how to make friends. Okay.
I still like Gun Blast's beard, so I'll watch his videos for the beard.
His beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brady beard.
If I have your phone number, I can send you a friend. Otherwise, you're just an acquaintance. I can be an asshole. I'm still waiting for that mass exodus of subs to leave me.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I haven't had too many leave me yet.
Yeah. Well, about once a month, YouTube does a purge where they get rid of all inactive people.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
people,
must be why. Well, I'll have like 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 drop off at a time. It's like, what the hell?
That's exactly it. That's because of YouTube's like, oh, this person never uploaded a video, hasn't commented on a video, hasn't logged in such and such a time, and they get booted from the system. That's where most of my members drop from. I mean, every once in a while I say something like...
Most people sub you. They don't really unsub you, just out of the blue. Most of your...
Yeah, you gotta, piss them off.
Unless, I don't do nothing to piss any of my subs off.
Yeah, I'm going to make a lot of friends here. Bible, greatest work of fiction. It is. It's the most popular work of fiction. If you're religious, oh well. You're not going to convert me.
Are we talking about religion now?
Well, I figure that can get a few people to leave me or stop watching.
Yeah, I might attract them. Bring religion into the chat.
Well, with the gun culture, religion does play an important role with it, so I figured I could scare a few people off by saying that.
Or we're the gun owners that they don't like to talk about. Atheists support, freedom of all kind, like gay marriage, and just the younger generation of
Oh,
a more liberal type of conservative.
yeah. I have not. I have not.
Try to liberate people and make the government more conservative.
I have not got to the completely be atheist. Yes, I'm agnostic. I believe in a higher power,
Well, there you go.
but no one religion has gotten it right. They were created by men for man's use, whatever that be. But yeah, I am all for gay marriage. I'm all for legalizing of drugs. What else can I piss him off about?
Actually, I'm against all marriage because I'm not really married.
I hate everybody equally, so I'm not a rapist.
I don't think anybody should get married. So it's just a curse.
Well, I'm gonna piss off married people. Everybody deserves to be miserable, so go ahead and get married. As I said, I almost made that mistake once. I'm not gonna make it again. I don't want to be miserable for the rest of my life. The point is not to alienate people. I think so. No, seriously, I don't care what your religion is, what your race is, what your sexuality is. If you're a decent human being, then you're all right in my books. Just don't try to make out with me. Don't try to get me to take drugs. Don't try me to go and get married. And don't try to convert me. Nobody wants to argue, talk, anything. Come on. Oh, I hate a great one, Moon. Yes, DF2 dot. That's right. Don't make out with me. I was actually aiming that question at other guys. Fistful of Palmer, you'd have to have really big pockets. Yes, I'm replying to comments as they come in.
Hard work too, Robbie. Although I think I'm Commonwealth married, even though they abolished it back in 2005 in Pennsylvania. I think I'm grandfathered in there.
That sucks for you.
Yeah.
She's going to take a third of your stuff.
She's not cheaper to keep her. She's not taking nothing.
What did I come into?
The chat.
About how you got struck by
Google's hanging
lightning?
out.
Yeah, it's kind of scary that happened. I mean, those 7 people, that's almost all the Bucks season ticket holders. It's kind of scary how quickly they can all be wiped out.
Oh, if you guys didn't hear, after the Packers Tampa Bay game, which was in Tampa Bay, 7 people got struck by lightning. They are probably cursing God for them losing.
I knew they were going to lose, and I told you they were going to lose. I mean, it was no surprise to me. But I guess some people were surprised by it.
Come on, it was like 20-10 or 23-10, whatever the score was. No, what was it? You just scored 3, didn't you?
Yeah, we only had
20
like
to
3.
3. 20 to 3. You managed to put up 3 points.
It was embarrassing. It was just bad. But maybe next year. I'm not counting on it, but maybe next year.
Yeah, we're talking about ways to alienate my subscribers.
Alienating your subscribers. Ask Yankees.
I don't know,
Good
but
at it.
you might get new subscribers that you really weren't asking for.
That's a possibility. Not like I make any money off YouTube or put any effort into my videos anyway. I'll probably work hardest on the holiday message that's going to get like 3 views.
You know, alienating your subscribers is easy, depending what you want to do.
I'm hoping it snows tomorrow, but they're talking rain, because then I could go outside and film it. Sit down in a lawn chair with just a pair of, box of briefs on. I think that could get rid of a few subscribers.
Yeah.
Lean really far back and just kind of give my holiday greetings to everybody. Well, it snows.
Just make your Casper the Ghost Quark picture your thumbnail on every video.
Actually, I promised to get rid of that picture when I finally got a new carry gun.
Oh.
And I actually got rid of the picture in a chat. People got to see me take it from my folder, delete it, and then go to my wastebasket and actually, my
Is that off air? I missed that.
No, it was on air. It was the only copy I had, and it's gone forever. So you gotta wait for Matt to give me another challenge.
Yeah. I don't think we need to see that. I don't think we want to see that.
I still have some of my summer tan left. It's not much, granted, but still got some of it left. I could show it off. Oh, I got an idea. I'll have to wash the hoodie, though. So I got a zip-up hoodie that's downstairs that needs to go to the next load of wash. I can do a strip tease for everybody. Around the Festivus pole.
I don't want anything for Christmas this year for
it. Nobody's getting anything but a video from me for Christmas.
Yeah, that's more than I want.
You know what I want? I want one of those money clips that Digital Prophet has. AK
Yeah.
one? Or he has another
DF,
RPK.
I don't own a robe. When you walk around naked half the time, you don't need a robe. According to every time matters the porn video. I could do another puppet. I could always bring Walt back out on stage.
Where is Ray Walt? Is he out there?
I don't know, but I'm talking about Walt.
Ray?
Walt.
Ray Walt? Walt Ray?
Well, Walt, Walt.
Who? Walt
You haven't
Disney?
watched the video, have you?
No. Is that the name of your gun?
Yes, Walt is the name of my gun. He's a happier version of Gary, you know. And he actually talks.
Yeah, he moves his mouth and shit.
Yes. Walt the
Pretty awesome.
Walter.
I'd probably be doing it if I had that gun too. I'll just replace the spring if it wears out.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the spring wearing out. It's not going to break. It's a just different system.
I always thought it would be a good chat if everybody had a Muppet that looked like them, and then they could put that in front of a camera and talk through the Muppet face. No? Yes?
Dr. Gino, yes, I've actually talked. It's not. It wouldn't be 146 minutes. I didn't even film it. Change the rear sights. I don't think you guys would want to watch 2 hours of me sanding down the or filing down the rear sight to get it to fit.
Yeah, but somebody, those are the videos that get a lot of views because you get a lot of random views because somebody wants to know how to change the sights on their PPX or whatnot.
And they can do exactly what I did, learn from trial and error. Because, trust me, when I was doing this, there was, well, a lot of profanity being said. I'll take my, one popular video, and that's all I need on my channel, is just one good video. And if you don't happen to own a Dan Wesson revolver, you'll never have to watch it.
I've seen your Dan Wesson video.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I never really did Glock unboxing videos or stuff like that. I mean, I have a couple Glock videos, but they're not too detailed because there's like a billion other Glock videos out there.
Yeah, I mean, no, seriously, I did think about doing a video about changing out the sights, but it's just not worth the time. If anybody does any research, all they have to do is watch how to change out the PPS sight, and you can do it right for the PPX. If anybody knows anything what they're doing, and there's a bunch of PPS sight changing videos.
Did he ever find out if he can get back in?
No, don't know. Yep, my Dan Wesson video has gotten 6,281 views. And for some odd reason, my headphone that I use for these chats has gotten 3,000 views. And I mean, it's like a minute-long video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, people want to research these things before they buy them, so they'll watch as many of the videos as they can to get a bunch of form a consensus off all the opinions.
Yeah, I've actually got to do a review on my holster. I keep putting that off.
Oh, your new one?
Yeah.
PPX one?
Yeah, it's been almost a month. It's holding up fine, so I should do a video about it, how the quality of it. Although I've noticed one thing with that holster, which is not the holster's fault, it's actually my jeans' fault. Most of my jeans are fine that I wear with this holster. They don't go up and over that Kydex. But you know, I'll be honest. I wear my jeans for like a week before I wash them. You know, some people don't ever wash their jeans, but I go about a week before I wash them. This pair I've been wearing now, it actually the edge just curls up over the top of that lip of the
Oh,
kite.
so it
So
goes over the hole.
yeah, it's over the hole. So I mean, it's like you need like 3 hands to be able to get your gun into the holster. It's annoying. So I have to either I have to lower the the belt loops or the belt clips.
What kind of clip? How are they fastened onto the leather?
Uh, just hex screw with what is it on the back?
'Cause they got
Yeah,
them rubber donuts Stevie was talking about,
yeah. There's little rubber gasket.
and they're a pain in the ass. He's right about that.
Yeah, some use these use a flat. You need a large flathead screwdriver to get in there. Excuse me, they're not flatheads or Phillips heads. So I'm actually looking at it, and I think I got a screwdriver over here somewhere. I can actually do that change. I can do it because it's a cool screwdriver that's got different interchangeable bits. I think, anyway. Otherwise, I might have to grab my other gun. I actually got 2 screwdrivers in this room for some odd reason.
I gotta have this knife. It's still dirty.
No, I'm
Buy
not
one of
still
these.
dirty.
You ever buy one of the cheap Winchesters?
Cheap Winchester what? Let me look.
Big old knife.
Oh, no, I never bought one of those.
They're pretty decent. For I think it was like $14 or something.
I can say I do not have any experience with those. And part of the noise, I've got to get my... Ah, great, I just grabbed the lid. Me, myself, I grabbed the other screwdriver. Because I actually have a friend gifted me a Snap-on, a Packers screwdriver, which I rarely use. It's got interchangeable
heads.
bits. Yep. I found this one works the best.
I see more and more 22 around, but it's all lead nose, just like that link in the chat.
Oh,
Not too much
well,
copy jacket.
I will say beggars can't be choosers, correct?
Nope. That's why I want a little bolt action 22. Because they don't run too good in semi-autos. The ones that I have like standard velocity, CCI, lead nose, a bunch of that Federal Auto Match.
Ah,
It's all the stuff I picked up since the scare, and it's mostly lead nose.
I don't have to worry about it since I don't have a 22 right now.
Should get one of them crickets. They're like $89.
Mm.
Don't think that's going to happen.
The pink one, pink cricket.
The pink cricket?
The pink
There we go.
cricket.
Just what I need. Pink. Damn it, these screws are in here good.
What are you trying to do?
Change my belt clip on my holster.
Oh,
Well, they should be in here very, nice and firm because I had them down nicely and I locked them, so. Technically, I'm not using the right tools for the job either. In other words, I'm not putting this into a vise where I can actually have two hands free. Not really getting a grip on the other screwdriver very well. And 5 minutes later, I get one screw almost out. Tino, you can talk. Nobody's talking in this chat.
I'm just listening at this point.
Listening to what?
You trying to get that screw out?
yeah. I'm sorry.
Ready for
I'm laying in bed
Christmas?
right now. I'm half awake after
Eh.
sleep.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
You gonna go play in that theme park in Orlando?
No,
Why not?
I don't know what it is. What theme park in Orlando?
It's a machine gun theme park.
Oh yeah, my grandfather was telling me about that. He just mentioned there's a machine gun place in Orlando, but I didn't know anything else about it. I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know how much it is. No, I don't know anything about it really.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something that's gonna really kind of shock you. It's called the internet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's horrible. They make real tree EOTechs.
Why is that horrible?
I don't know. I hate that camo. It's probably pretty effective, but I just don't like looking at it. Ooh, a diamond plated SIG.
Which one?
It's a SIG P. It's the 380, the 238.
Yeah. Isn't that like on some sort of like really killer deal too?
Nah, not really. It's 563.
No, not a killer deal.
No.
I think CD&N had a really good deal on a couple of diamond plated SIGs. Me, I'm not a fan of the diamond plated just as, just a personal thing. I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, I would never buy one. I just joke about buying them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy one. I don't like it.
I want a diamond plated Glock slide with a shiny, glossy, like candy apple red frame, and a yellow trigger and yellow controls.
And then you're gonna
Yellow
tell
trigger.
cops whenever they pull you over that it's just a toy gun.
I'm gonna tell them it's my fire engine gun. And to leave me alone.
It's a toy gun, officer.
Oh, they got that. It's like a Glock clone in 22 ISSC threaded desert tan. I don't know how good they are. I need to watch some videos.
How bad can they be?
They can be like finicky, I guess, to the point where it's annoying and you just want to throw it.
Talk about a pain in the ass. I could have had this done and over with if I actually done this in my vise, where I could just clamp the leather down and just do it that way. Right, Tino?
Sure. I was reading something.
Use the right tool for the right job?
Oh yeah, it makes it easier.
What do you know about using tools?
I use tools a lot of times in life. Hell, I've been using tools since I was 5 years old.
Those little plastic tools.
Yeah,
Fisher Price. The workbench. I remember that.
those were the fun days.
I remember my first, real tool set. It came with a little wooden mallet, a little wood, wooden-handled chisel, a couple of screwdrivers, and a real hammer. But they're all kid size. Came in a little wooden toolbox. When my dad was refinishing the basement, I would sit there and help him. So I'd help him pound in the nails. Help him cut out the opening for the, electricity, for the box. Of course, I was just more of a hindrance than anything else. I was like 5 years old.
It's never too early to start learning.
Oh, I'm sure. Memories like that, because I still remember taking out my little toolbox and being so proud I could help. That side was extremely, way too easy. I must not have gotten as well with Loctite as I thought.
I'm back. Well, I jumped out of the chat.
Oh, did you? I've been I've been busy on my little project here. There, now this should not be bugging me as much. They actually lowered it down a hole on each side.
What kind of holster you got there?
A Fox hybrid.
Oh, yeah. Now you can still carry every day, or are you?
Oh, I can conceal carry every day.
Yeah.
And I can conceal carry well, it's technically considered a full-size gun, but I consider it a large compact.
Mm.
It's very similar in sizes to the Glock 19.
Oh, okay.
Just a tiny bit bigger on all counts. So
Nice.
yeah, I won't turn down 16 rounds of ammo.
Shit.
If I didn't even do the gun channel's Christmas exchange, because when I found out I wasn't doing Christmas, I'm like, I'm not doing Christmas.
Mm.
Well, I'm still gonna go, still do the important thing about Christmas and spending time with family and eating.
Right.
There's no gifting
exactly.
exchange.
357 SIG, 250 rounds for $75. That doesn't sound bad at all.
No, that's an amazing price.
Yeah.
I don't have 357 SIG though.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
No, now that I got this done, I went to go play around with my analytics. Or as G-Webs calls it, analytics.
Yeah, I was gonna make a video earlier tonight, but my microphone would not work. But so I had to get a new one, and by the time I got it, it was too late.
All right, let's see what last week did. This is really just kind of strange. My Dan Weston video seems to be getting an average of 116 views a week.
Really?
Yeah.
People still watching that?
People are still watching that video.
I'm looking it up now. See how many videos. It's that 17-minute one, right?
Yes, it's like almost 17 minutes. If you want to know how many views it has over 6,000.
Yep. 6,306 according to my thing.
Oh, I got 281 in my analytics, so. My next most popular video is the United Cutlery M48 Apocalypse Tactical Tomahawk, which has half the views.
As long as you're making money off of them.
It's YouTube. You don't make money off of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never gotten a paycheck yet. Does anybody actually make money on YouTube anymore?
Yeah, a little bit.
Edge told everybody how much he made last night on air.
Ooh, I missed it.
Everybody report him to AdSense. Because he was talking about clicking on his own ads and.
Oh shit! Yesterday was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And by the way, folks, I'm kidding. He did not talk about how much he made on air or click on his own ads.
I was supposed to do a chat yesterday. I just realized yesterday was Sunday. Tells you exactly how much I was paying attention yesterday.
You know, I'm going to say this. There was a television show on, like,
It's
Nick at
called
Night
football.
or... What's the other one?
That's a good deal, too.
That's like Nick at Night. Oh, dang it. Oh, whatever it is, but it was Retired at 30. You're retired. You're retired at 19 and living with your instead of your grandparents, your
Hey,
parents.
I almost had to go live with my grandparents this past week.
Your parents are sick and tired of you just
No,
mooching
my
off
grandfather had to go
them.
to the hospital. I almost had to go live with them, take care of them for a little bit. No, my parents aren't tired of me yet.
Oh, that PPX has got a threaded barrel.
Oh yeah, BPX comes in a threaded barrel, which is like 5 inches or something like that, 5.5. And they got a stainless slide version of the PPX, which I think is ugly. Now there are some ugly guns out there, but I gotta say the PPX is growing on me. I see other guns that I think are uglier now.
Well, I'll tell you this: the Canic TP9 is uglier, in my opinion, than the PPX. Just because of that, I don't know.
Someone just did a review on the Canic.
Their grip looks fucked up.
I forget who it
TN
was.
Outdoors 9, I think, or was it Such? It was either TN Outdoors 9 or Such.
No, I think it was Such.
I always get those two mixed up.
I don't think TN Outdoor Nice put out anything for a while now. I haven't checked.
Yeah, that's the deal.
I didn't watch the video because he said it's an awesome gun, and then once I saw that, you could read underneath the description. He said it's an awesome little gun, or whatever he said. I'm like, that was given to you. Yeah, it's a loaner gun, so of course you're gonna be. You say nice things about it, but it was a GWAS video. I saw that. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but the 22 Magnum pistol that holds 30 rounds.
The PLR, or not the PLR, the PMR?
Yeah, that is ugly. Kind of it's like it wanted to be a Beretta Nano or Nanos, sorry, but failed.
What gun are you talking about?
Say it again.
Oh, the PMR 30?
Yes, the PMR 30. Oh, I keep drawing a blank.
Yeah, it wanted to be a Beretta Neos, and it didn't work.
No, I'm trying to think of a good gun to cross it with.
No, what are you talking about? The PMR 30 was like a 5.7 clone.
Is it? I'm talking about the 30 round 22 Magnum.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a PMR 30.
And the 5.7 is a 20 round 9 or 5.7. I don't know why I said 9. Fucking.
I guess I kind of see that. I mean,
It's just that they both have this weird looking plastic frame with some plastic on the slide. It's just.
the barrel and all kind of reminds me of a CZ, the way it's inlaid in the slide. The way it looks.
All right, now what Such said in the comments, I'm only going to read about it. It
I'm
says
looking.
reliable quality handgun for a budget price.
Yeah,
In other
those
words,
those
he's
three
getting paid.
words, those three adjectives don't go together when talking about a Canic. I mean, it's an all right gun, but I mean,
They're probably decent. I mean, for $289, if you can get one like locally, and I had like an extra $300 out, and I'm dying to put a gun in my car, I would probably get one of them and just toss it in there.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that though. You could also,
Or
like what
put them in stashes or something.
Yeah. Well, I just will say that there's nothing out there for him. That's a problem. Even if it does turn out to be a reliable gun, but I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about him too. There's no aftermarket parts, etc.
Oh yeah, well it's brand new to the U.S. market, so and if enough people buy it, then they're gonna start making aftermarket shit for it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
but
just
for that
gonna
280 bucks, you can get a Walther. And I'm just saying, it's just an option.
if like too many problems with the gun don't surface, and give it about 5 years, there'll probably be some stuff for that. Like, because they want to set up shop over here and make compacts, so they don't have to import them and stuff like that. So they got big plans at least.
What is the guy talking about? You can't find any of the gun like the Canic for $299. Is that what he said, or $399? Whatever it was.
Well, you've got the Walther PPX.
There's a lot of guns out there for. I just heard it, and I can't remember what the hell he just said. If it was $299 or $399 that he said.
It was probably $299 because that's how much they are.
Yeah.
They might say like the MSRP, but that's not how much it's going to be when you go to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what he said. The MSRP is like $299 or whatever. Whatever it was, either way, there's other guns out there for that.
I think the MSRP is $399. You end up paying like.
Yeah, they're right around
300.
three. Yeah, they're right around the three bill area for a Canic.
Yeah.
I did look into it before I bought this Walther, and it was ruled out because there's nothing out there for it really. No, before I bought the Walther, I did a lot of research, and what's out there for the Walther? Are the magazines, reasonably priced? Are there holsters, etc.? And the answer was yes to both of those.
Anybody ever look into the Nate Square tactical holster? That's a good one. That's what I use.
I didn't look into that specifically. I just wanted something that I could afford at the time because, again, money was tight.
Oh yeah.
So for 39 chips, I got this, this hybrid, which is my favorite type of holster. It's most comfortably for me inside the waistband. And since I have a long torso, it's hard getting shirts to cover outside the waistband.
Right.
So wearing a Kydex inside the waistband would just be too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising. There's not any more wear on this holster than what's there. I thought it would be a lot more worn in by now. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at my holster, looking what I want to talk about, reviews about it.
Let's see what else. So we got the VZ 2008, 379, 3 mags, sling and a cleaning kit. You know what's good about that? They can't send you like Tapco mags with it. It's got its own mags.
Yeah, Tapco sucks.
That's what you get when you buy a Century AK. They fucking send you like Tapco mags.
Yeah, my friend goes cheap on stuff like mags and everything. And he was all over one. I said, my local gun shop's got the retiring nuclear power plants, extra mags that they need to get rid of for their, they're using the M4s. And he asked me, well, how much are they? And I went, they're $6 each, or was it? Yeah, $6 each, or 5 for 24, or 6 for 24. No, 5 for 24. So I
Yeah,
was
then,
like, yeah,
then
you
you
buy
gotta change the followers. Gotta change the followers to Magpul, but that's still a good deal.
Yeah, it was like buying 4 megs, getting 1 free. And he went, I'll take 10. And I went, great. Well, at least you're getting metal frickin' megs instead of the cheapest, tap goes you could find out there.
I never had Tapco AR mags. I just don't like the way they look. I have 2 Tapco AK mags.
Yeah, he just cheaps out on the silly stuff, which drives me crazy. Get PMags, they're worth it. But then again, he rarely shoots. He just he's kind of a prepper, but he just preps gun stuff. His whole thing is if shit hits a fan, I got enough for myself and my family. We can secure our block. And my thing is
Well, who's gonna feed 'em?
water, food. Yeah.
I guess you can barter protection for some food.
That's what he's going to have to do. I mean, they haven't thought it through really well. Or at least he hasn't.
It's gonna extort everybody. Shit hits the fan situation.
Yeah. 3 big safes full of guns and ammo. Not bad for a guy on disability. Let's say there's a Sega 12. I'm just trying, he's got a couple of ARs, a couple of AKs, an SKS, a Mosin. I think he's now up to 12 different handguns. But he got the little tip-up barrel 22. I think it was
Taurus.
Bursa. Yeah, a little Bursa.
Oh, Bursa.
Yeah, Bobcat, I think it was.
Yeah,
He was going on and on about how great the little gun was because, sticks into his universal ankle holster. Again, he cheaps out on the stupidest stuff. It drives me crazy because you know that and I can't remember the name of the holster, but it's just got a little plastic nub at the end, that slips into the barrel, and then it's just a piece of plastic.
All that Google money.
Versacarry.
Versacarry, thank you.
They're the worst holsters ever.
And I'm like, dude, you're gonna end up shooting yourself with one of those because there's no trigger guard on the can't remember how those work. On the inside or the outside?
On the inside.
Yep, you're gonna end up shooting yourself because there's no trigger guard on the inside.
And that little thing break off in your barrel.
Yep.
Making all that Google money, Dad. That's right. Tick, tick.
Googly. Great googly moogly.
Yeah, I mean, he was Mexican carrying, truly Mexican carrying. And then he upgraded to an Uncle Mike's holster for his Glock 27.
I'll tell you the first holster I bought for concealed carry was one of them cheap Blackhawks with the extra mag pouch on it. I ended up cutting the extra mag pouch off, and then it started fraying, and I just got rid of it. Got a real holster.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to talk him to getting like a mixed style holster for it. Do something to cover that trigger guard, and go back to the minimalist carry instead of using Uncle Mike's where the gun's gonna fall out on you.
What's tonight's topic?
How
Yeah,
Edge talks about what he earns with AdSense on air and how he clicks his own ads.
All day, dude. I'm just there like, fuck, dude.
What do you guys think about the Beretta 92S with the
I
mag
think
lead
it's cool for the
sight?
money. I mean, I'd buy it. I heard of people buying a couple of them. I would buy one if I had the money and laying around, and because I mean, what I understand, the way the good imported guns, they start out at a certain price and they only go up slowly, but then before you know it, they're out of control. They're like, yeah, you buy them for 280, and then all of a sudden the average price is 400.
Because
Or something like
Slick Guns has it right now for 260.
that.
It's pretty.
I would buy. I would buy one just to have them for like a range toy, or going out shooting or qualifying. When you got to qualify again. 9mm, full size 9mm is a way to do it for the most part. They're accurate.
Yeah.
That's what I was using my SP 2022. I wasn't carrying it that much, and pretty much that was like the family gun that people like. Oh yeah, that's my kid. He'll lend you his 9mm that he has. It's a pretty good shooter, and that's what they're using to qualify with.
I never even heard of this gun. Or is that just a laser? Oh, that's just a laser. I saw FN has that new compact that Kirk was talking about a couple weeks ago. It's not on Slick Guns deals, but let me find it.
Who here wants an H&K for $300?
People?
You want an H&K for $300?
Oh, I mean a real gun, not a knife or something, or whatever you're gonna say, or some.
The H&K 416 22 long rifle pistol.
I don't know. I have to see it, but I mean, and see if it's a good gun. I wouldn't buy some just because it's an HK. Like, I got an HK. It's like somebody buys a shitty Beamer, or I see those people buying the shitty basic. I mean, they're not shitty, right? But the intro Mercedes, and they're driving around like their shit don't stink anymore because they bought the entry level Mercedes, which looks like like a rich person's car that they give to the maid, and that's the one they're driving around, or the Cadillac CTS. That's still kind of how I feel about that.
It's kind of like buying the 944 Porsche.
Well, that was like the kid's Porsche, yeah, back in the day. Like the dad had 911 or 928, and the kid would get a 944. Yeah.
Which was a souped-up Volkswagen.
Yeah, my neighbor has one in his garage. He thought he was gonna fix it up. There's a reason those things are like auto cocoon. There's one, they weren't the greatest car ever, and they're super expensive to repair. The parts, even the tools, that you need to get into it. A lot of people think they're gonna buy like a Jag or something, and then they find out or a Range Rover, an older Range Rover, and they're gonna oh, I can put this together myself. I'm pretty good. And even if they are mechanically inclined, I understand there's a reason you can't afford that car, a Ferrari or a Porsche. The maintenance is fucking god awful. but you don't worry about that when you're rich or well-to-do. That's why Cadillac was so popular. It was the not the poor man's, but the average American, average, middle class guys, fucking top notch car. He didn't need to go buy a Beamer or a fucking Volvo or a Saab back in the day. He drove a Cadillac.
So these new FN ARs look pretty badass and decently priced. Their MSRP on the one FN Mo SLG is only $1169, so probably paying like $900 for an FN.
It's not bad. I saw a video of Mac put out for that new rifle, and I was like, right now, I looked at it, I was like, that's at least about a $4,000 or $5,000 rifle. As soon as I saw the video started, sure enough, I was like, yeah, this is pretty much the same rifle. It's about a $5,000 rifle. It's well out of the means of most people.
Yeah.
It shot some tight ass groups.
Oh yeah, it was like one hole.
Hmm. I don't know. I might build a 308 down the way. I might keep the one I already built. I might just keep it as a carbon and take the stock off of it and put that expensive stock on the UBR stock on the 308 build.
Anybody need some Glock 22 mags?
Sure. But I know they're 1999 CDN.
Right now they've got the LE marked used magazines for $12.99.
I mean, those are good if you're gonna buy a bunch of them. For like just having them, and then you redo the springs on them. You should make some money if you buy enough of them, or if you live around the area. I mean, unless they were hardly used. But they cycled the shit out of those mags. Those springs are gonna have some wear and tear. I keep all my Glocks full. I keep all my Glock mags, like my 22 ones, the ones that are ready for action or whatever. Those I always keep full. People always say back them off one. I keep those always to the top, and I never have any problems with the Glock mags. The only ones I have are the ones I don't use. I have a Glock magazine, a Gen 4 mag that it hardly has ever been used, and that one always gives me some trouble. At least one or two failure to feed or something.
Yeah, I will say that if you live in Georgia, like DB does or Stone Guy does, you can just buy a bunch of those mags and just take them to Glock, and they'll swap out the springs, etc.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot about that. I finally took the plunge, man. I got some Bluetooth headphones for my phone.
So you're going to give yourself brain cancer, huh?
Yes. No, neck cancer. These go around your neck. The ones that lay on your neck, and the earbud's going to pop in your ear.
I have to do over. Yeah, I've got to do over the ear. I can't do in the ear.
These aren't too bad. I'm gonna try to get used to them. I've just been wanting some for a while. They have really good sound. They have noise canceling built into them, so that's pretty neat. But I hear they're not the best for talking, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, see how they work out. Maybe I'll just trade them or something, get something else. Basically got them for nothing because I sold my iPhone 5 for, he gave me like $85 for an AT&T store, and they give you like a card to do what you want with it. So I'm like, and since I used to work for a contracting company, I still had a discount for them. They applied to my account, so they're like 50% off all accessories. Yeah, $85 went a long way. I collect iPhones. I have the first one all the way to the 3GS or the 4S. I don't have the 4. And I was hoping to keep them in the collection just to have them, but I'm not going to continue to buy iPhones. So yeah, might as well get some money out of it while it's valuable.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna start eBaying some stuff. I have some other gear and some Holsters I just don't use that much, that I've gotten, and I'll probably put them out there. A couple of things. Sold my Oakley. Somebody bought them. I need to ship them tomorrow. Got $325 for those.
Oh, they got a lot of Colt 1911s on sale. And 45 ACP, lightweights, the XSEs.
For a carry gun, I wouldn't mind like a aluminum or scandium frame, whatever it is. But if you're gonna have a range gun, I want it all steel. Like you're in like a combat commander, it's all steel. The regular commander, Colt Commander is aluminum frame or some kind of aluminum alloy.
Ooh, Colt Mustang Pocket Elite 380 for $500.
Those used to be $800 pistols. That's a big discount. I'm seeing, it's like, I mean, back to your Pete Wee Yankee said, but a lot of shit has flooded the market. That's where people like big brokers like CD&N that have the capital to buy all that shit, and in a warehouse that can really get some deals going for people. It seems like there's just an abundance of guns, unfortunately, right now that are just sitting in people's inventory. It's only the hot guns, the latest and greatest, that are being understocked. Or not built as quickly as the market is demanding. I mean, 3 years ago, somebody told you can buy an AR for $500, and a decent one, not some fucking, I don't think they made really shitty ones, but a decent AR for $500. They'll tell you full of shit. 8Ks for $400, $500.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the prices of the HKs right now. $1150. The cheapest one is the P2000, which is like $787.
Dude, I made a big mistake. My daughter gave me her letter to Santa on what she wanted. I didn't really think much of it. I was like, it's just something I can grab off the shelf. I didn't really put it to task. And then that's when today I was like, damn, dude. I went all like 4 fucking places, said they had it in stock in the store, and they didn't have it. This Monster High, like fucking $100 set that she wants. And then I had to buy it on eBay and pay $30 to have it shipped. And then hopefully it'll get it for Christmas. I'm gonna come up with some shitty story about Santa not getting it. Santa's elves went on strike, and he's having to make the best of it. And we're just, he contacted me via email.
Did you even check like Amazon?
I know I did, dude. I bought it off eBay. Some guy on eBay had it. He had it about the same price they sell in the store, except it's $30 fucking to ship it.
Oh, okay. I would have checked Amazon to see if they had any offered expedient shipping.
No, Amazon had a couple people that connected, but they wanted more. They were like spiking it. It's not the Christmas gift, but it's one of the for girls. It's like probably top 5. And so I was like, yeah, I felt like that fucking Jingle All the Way shit. That's a classic movie.
Who texted me?
It's God. Just telling you.
Oh, it was Khalib. Khalib texted me. He wants a link. The poor baby.
Quark, this is the devil. Quark, you need to do more work for us. We need more money, Quark. This is the devil. Come on, Quark. Your quota.
My quota?
Yes, Quark.
Okay. You be paying me more money.
It's not the way it
Right
works,
now,
Quark.
I'm broke.
It's not the way it works, Quark.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
They got lots of para on the site.
I'm the devil.
You like your para USA, don't you?
Mine's a Canadian. Mine says Para A. That's one topic. You won't, because there's not a bunch of Para guys. It's not the most popular 1911 company because of the purists, and then people just don't like their guns altogether. And then there's the Para guys, and then within the Para community, there's the Para Canada, what's called para ordinance, not just para like it is now.
There we
And
go.
And those para ordinance, Canada people are very proud of their gun, and in America now, they're not they're made in America. I think in Florida, I believe, is or North Carolina, same difference. But they some people say the Canada guns are shit, and of course the Canada people who own the Canadian made guns say that those were the good guns that were made, and all the American guns are the ones that are having all these new problems.
Oh my God! All the LC Ps, LC9s that are on CG&N because they got the newer version. I'm just window shopping on like, dang, I could afford. I'd really like to be able to afford that gun. Yes, that gun, that gun.
I just want to go to the mall, like
So,
yeah.
oh, go ahead if you're talking about something.
Wait, interrupt me, but that's what I was saying. When I went to the mall the other day, I like to shop online. I'm just used to it. I don't like crowds. I don't miss $6 coffees and shit like that. But man, it was kind of neat going in there and seeing, especially the suits. I was like, wow, there's some really slick suits on the racks. And some of the clothes, I'm not really always been into trendy clothes at all, but there's some neat shit. And so I was kind of go to get out there and get a perspective. It's just I didn't bring any shopping money. I was going there to get buying gifts for people. That's about it.
So I have a question about this Hangout thing. So I just turned my computer on like a few minutes ago, and you guys can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to. You might. Yeah, you'll be able to see it. This thing right here. You see this?
No.
What?
Screen sharing?
Yeah, you see this little pop-up bar on the right side here?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the little side tab.
Messenger. Yeah, just a little messenger telling you that you're in this chat. I've seen it before. Check you need to, what you need to do is go to that little hash button or little lines are on the top right in Chrome. Click on that and go to about Chrome and see if your browser's up to date. Because that shit I saw a long time ago used to pop up all the time.
This is the first time I've seen it because I just turned my computer on. I didn't have anything open and it came up on its own. And I was like, oh, maybe it's a chat or something, and it's going on, and it sent it to my Google Plus for some reason. So I clicked over here I clicked on the video button, thinking it would like take me to the chat or something. It started a new video call, and it sent everybody in this chat, whoever's all in here, Dano, Bigurk, and 7 other people. It sent them all a request.
I haven't seen that thing in over a year. That thing used to pop up like about a year ago, and it was like fucking obnoxious. And then somehow, I don't know what I did, if I went and turned off notifications or something like that, or what it was I turned off to stop getting that.
Oh, anyways, yeah.
On my phone, if you have an Android phone, it like Hangouts will start kick in once you're logged in as you, and I have to fucking disable Hangouts for the most part because it just always is buzzing in the background. And,
yeah, I don't want to do it through my phone, so I'm afraid I'll get like a crap load of notifications because I have all my Google Plus notifications turned off. Like the only notifications I see are on YouTube, direct from YouTube, like comments and stuff.
I don't like Google Plus on my phone for one reason is it uploads. Google's real sneaky. Some companies are real fair about it, and they'll tell you, hey, you need to disable photo sharing or whatever. Google Plus used to automatically do that. Even with iPhones, it would just sit there and they weren't public, but they were on their server already because you could log in on your computer and go to your photo album, and they're there. These photos are ready to be shared, and they need your approval. And it was kind of telling you, like, okay, how did you fucking? And it was a setting that would auto load photos, and some photos you have of your family and shit, and other things you have.
It was like photos like in files on your computer that it was retrieving.
No, off your phone.
Oh, okay, like pictures you took.
It was automatically uploading it to Google Plus, and it wasn't public, but it was there. It was one click away from being public of getting the approval to do it, and I was like, that's fucking kind of scary, dude, because there's some stupid pictures you take sometimes. You're like, oh damn, I was fucked up, or that was stupid.
Yeah.
And you want to keep those, and then that shit, if it was to get, you're fucking there and you hit it to go public, and then god dang, you sleep it off and you wake up, you're like, hey man, that's some fucked up photo you posted last night. You know.
But I always thought the good thing about that was like if you had video of something somebody else wanted to delete, it would automatically be in your cloud and they couldn't fuck with it.
I guess I that's when it opened my eyes. That's when I started really checking out Google. And also disabled, like when you search shit, the Google history, your search history, they have this real cool like little explanation how it's so convenient for you to have it on because it helps you filter your searches to know to get more tuned to your needs and but having that information on their server. I'm like, no, I don't want you fucking there, porn or whatever the fuck you looked up, and it's just storing it, and all your searches, in there. I want to see some big nipples. There we go. All right.
That's cool. Facebook kind of does it too, I think. If you
Yeah,
like take screenshots. Then
Yeah,
you
but Facebook at least tells you right off the bat, do you want to enable, which I'm not a fan of Facebook by any means, but do you want to enable this feature? And Google Plus didn't at all. It just said, fuck it, on my iPhone.
Yeah, they just set it up to do it, and you have to turn it off.
Yeah. Now, if anybody out there is feeling generous and wants to get Quark a gun for Christmas,
Ha!
they got the P229R 9mm for $8.16.
Got this homemade gift that I'm working on, and I'll send you. It's taking a couple of days to collect it, but.
But if that is too much money for you, I can give you the budget one with the SP 2022 and the stainless for $400. It's two-tone with the night sights and awesome gun. And it comes with a free holster and 2 grips, but that ends the 31st. So
Okay, we got an Irish
Mark
one
will
in here.
take gifts for Christmas. He's not above turning down free guns.
Why don't you go work at the zoo park?
All the presents I'm getting have been purchased.
I don't ask much. I'm getting enough of cash.
Actually, right now I take 100 rounds of 9mm.
I'm getting a chronograph, I hope. Pretty
I'm getting
positive.
mostly cash.
Oh,
I'm getting,
What's that, Edge?
I'm getting jack shit. And
Your wife's not getting you anything?
shit, dude. You know,
That's over in 2 seconds.
yeah, I was gonna say, when you get married or whatever, David's just like, you have to have like a chick that really is like into you or whatever that it lasts, that long, whatever. They care about what you want for Christmas instead of like, what? No. They ask you, what do you want? No, I don't know. I can't afford that. I'm like, well, you asked.
That's what my dad is. He's very specific. He'll be like, I need this for my boat. It's like $200 or something.
Yeah,
my
well,
dad's the same way.
this year I told them, I was like, I like True Spec pants. They have a really good deal at this one store, local store. They're like $32.
Yeah, that's a good present.
Yeah, grab me a couple pairs of those. I can't complain. Anything, it's all about being functional. You give me a fucking bag of socks and they're good socks. Fuck yeah! I mean, that's $15, $20, whatever it is. I didn't have to go buy socks for it. It doesn't bother me as long as it's something functional. When you buy me a shitty shirt that's like fucking a hipster shirt or some that's the new style or whatever shirt, I'm never gonna wear. I'm like, dude, you just burn money. It pisses me off that you wasted money.
Yeah, see, the only time I want clothes for Christmas is if I ask for specific clothes, because I don't want people buy. I like to buy my own clothes,
Skinny jeans, they want a bunch of them.
No, I wear Levi's.
No, you buy your own female, your own
Levi's.
girly underwear.
I wear like straight cut, whatever. Levi's are the best.
Yeah,
Wearing
you
DoorDash.
can buy those thongs and
I don't even think.
those things
Listen,
for yourself. You don't
I
want
don't
your friends
even-
to know.
I don't even think they sell skinny jeans any places around here. You gotta remember where I've been
Yeah,
raised.
you're at No Topic all the time. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that
At
Yeah.
what?
What's that store fucking?
No topic.
What's that one store? What's that fucking like?
Oh, Hot Topic.
Hot Topic, yeah, Hot Topic, yeah.
There's not one around here. My cousin used to go there and get graphic tees, with all the cartoon characters and crap and but there's one like an hour away from here, I think. I don't know. I've never been to it.
Yeah, I actually have to go there tomorrow to pick my son up a T-shirt.
Yeah, they have some really good T-shirts, as far as I know. But they're really expensive too, right?
Yeah, I like how you added there quickly at the end. as far as I know, and kind of a light voice. Liar, you know.
No, I don't spend money.
You're
I'm
a
cheap.
liar. You're a liar. You just gave the plastic towel. Come
I
on.
no. I've never
Yeah,
bought
Well, but it's a
anything.
good place for band T-shirts when you can't find like
I've never bought
usually
anything from
that
that.
popular band.
I've never
You
bought
never
anything.
bought anything there, but you went there with mommy or daddy and say, "This is what I need."
I think I probably went there years ago with my cousin. I don't
You can
remember.
shop
It's been
online,
so
you know
long.
that, right? Yeah,
Huh, yeah.
I see
I
those
shop online
fucking
a lot.
hipster kids when I go to eat sometimes, like wearing those fucking jeans, and they look like guys from the early '80s, like late '70s, early '80s, when the whole punk scene kind of started. But they're at least those guys had like a look. These kids were just like trying to throw it together to see what sticks on the wall. I'm like, you guys look like
Yeah.
shit, dude. There's nothing about you that says dig this or anything. It's looking like a fucking clown that
Alright, you see the
failed clown
picture?
school.
You see the
Yeah,
picture of my profile?
one of
It's
my
like college
cousins,
dress.
yeah, one of my cousin's kids, he does that whole thing. He's like, I'm doing this, he just, a pair of Bermuda shorts and a stupid shirt and then a hat. Not a cap, a hat.
Bermuda shorts. God.
Yes.
I had a couple pairs of those when I was in elementary school and middle school. And I couldn't stand them because they didn't look good with hardly anything. So I never wore them.
Yeah,
I like khaki shorts,
yeah,
like the ones in
it's
my
like,
picture here.
yeah.
Like
Then
khaki shorts.
my other cousin, you wear that to school? I said, yeah, that's what all us hip kids do.
Everything I put it this way, everything I wore to school was
All the queers where it's go down.
all I wore was blue jeans like Levi's and Wranglers with either a t-shirt or if I felt like it, I'd wear like a button-up shirt, untucked, obviously.
Yeah, he's a sophomore in high school, and his girlfriend was over, their house for Thanksgiving, and
What you need is a yellow.
it obviously, I'm just gonna say it obviously works. I mean, if I were 16, I'd be hitting that too. So she was, for 16.
What family member?
Petty.
Your cousin or your nephew or
Yeah,
something?
it would actually be my second cousin because
Okay.
it's my cousin's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his girlfriend. So
Dude, I mean, yeah, I've seen some fucking losers. I see around here that score some. My fucking neighbor's kids are fucking, fucking top 10 percentile loser academy, and he's actually, I'm like, damn, I was like, how does that work? I was like, when I was in high school, and, I only knew like one dude that was like that, but he had that thing going on, something about his charm, charisma. He could pull chicks, but he was a fucking loser. But there wasn't a bunch of them getting it. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say how he got it. He had an elephant in his pants.
no, I did not. I looked.
Ew, no, yeah, jeez.
Edge must have been that tall kid who could see over all the urinal dividers.
Now, who's projecting? That's bad. That's horrible. If the guy did, hey man, when did I eat corn last? Damn.
Edge just look at the guys naked in the shower.
It's my business.
We didn't. We never took showers. I mean, I didn't have gym in high school. Actually, I did, but it was last class of the day, so I just went home.
I'm sick.
But in middle school, they didn't. I don't even think they had the showers like open.
No, in the '80s, dude, we had showers. They were just flat out open, dude. You'd sit there and have to get dressed with everybody.
No, that's the way ours were in middle
naked
school.
with next to everybody.
That's the way ours were.
There were like, was it? Yeah, 4 showers on one pole, and there'd be like 4 total poles in the shower room, and it's like all around each other.
Yeah, that's the way it was at my middle school. Because the middle school I went to was like it's like 60 or so. Yeah, it's like 60 years old.
If you didn't bathe, somebody would rat you out. Like,
but we didn't. They didn't even give us the option to take a shower because I think we only had 5 minutes between the next class. This was in middle school, so I mean, we were all like on. They pretty much forced you to the schedule. And so I don't think
it's the same way when I went to school. When I was in middle school in the late '80s, and it was the same way. It's just, but if you didn't bathe, if you didn't take a shower, somebody would rat you out, and the coach would fucking give you shit because if he got a complaint from a teacher that you stunk, it was his problem.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. I don't even know if we could if we wanted to take a shower. Like, They never said anything about it or mentioned it. as far as I remember when I was in middle school. And I think I had gym all 3 years I was in middle school. I don't remember. It's been so long.
Things have changed in the schools, in those 20, 25 years plus, I'm talking about. It's like my daughter was telling me, I was telling her about her penmanship, 'cause she was to write like a truck driver, fucking see it all messed up and fucking handwriting. I told her, you take pride in your penmanship. It's a big thing when I was a kid. You should really get on your ass about it. But I go, wait till you get to learn cursive. And then she said, what's that? And then she didn't understand it. And I found out that they don't even teach cursive anymore at all.
Well, that kind of, in a way, that's kind of, I mean, all you need to know how to do is sign your name in cursive, and the rest of it's not really useful.
I mean, I don't write a whole lot because you do most things on the computer. I agree, but I still like the ability to sit there and be able to write because I do not like shorthand or whatever the fuck. Just writing straight block print, whatever. I don't like doing it. It is so painstaking for me to do that anytime I write. Cursive flows so much more easier for me, and I guess
it's called printing. Edge. It's actually called printing.
That's what I was saying. Printing. Yeah, cursive is maybe easier to write, like as far as the amount of effort, but it looks worse, and it's harder to read.
No, if you know how to write, if you know that was the whole penmanship thing. If you knew how to write nice when you had to practice your penmanship, that was all part of the cursive thing too. Is that you had a nice continuous L's and S's and E's and stuff, and you learn how to do it right. But yeah, I understand if you have a jacked up, fucking cursive and only you can read it. Teachers had to read that shit, man. You turn your papers; they were all in cursive.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, I have decent handwriting. I remember kids that I went to school with, like even in high school, especially if they turned a paper and that was handwritten and it was like hard to read, teacher would either tell them to redo it, or they would, if they could read it, they'd count off like 10 or 20 points for it because it was crap writing.
Hell, the first time I ever had to type anything out was in college. You didn't have to type anything. Everything was done by hand in my high school.
And that's largely the way everything was for me too, until I started getting in high school.
We took computer literacy classes in middle school, like on Apple IIs and shit. But they were just stupid classes on how to kind of a general, like how to turn on a computer and how to basic commands, nothing fancy. Now they have here they have magnet schools for communications, magnet schools for construction, magnet schools for they teach culinary in high school, and of course the auto body and wood shop shit they've always done for all the knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But,
hey, I took that class. I took wood shop and I took welding.
Yeah, double knucklehead, right?
Hey, man, those classes are fun, dude. That was like my fun class of the day.
I took them
high school, we had auto class, the wood shop, metal shop, but then we also had
shop.
Yeah, animal husbandry for the farmers that were going to go on and be farmers.
Well, they had FFA here, the Future Farmers of America, or the
yeah, that was a big thing at my high school. Big.
Yeah, they don't teach that stuff in they don't teach that stuff in the inner cities or suburbs anymore.
No, they still have it here, but like there's one school that's big on ag. So they have like a fucking almost a ranch on the fucking property.
Oh yeah, we used to have every year we have what they called Ag Day, where all the FFA kids, would bring their animals. They bring cows and some horses and guinea pigs, rabbits.
Hey, what's going on with Caleb?
And everybody in the school, like for one period out of the day, your teacher, we'd all get to go down there and hang out at Ag Day.
Caught you with that sheep.
Huh?
They caught you with that sheep.
Yeah, sure.
No, we got the video. It was the goat.
Caleb.
That would go along with my name. Oh, it's Caleb and his goat.
Caleb and his goat. He fetched the soup.
Goat and sharing it with his brothers.
The goat fetched the soup.
No, I wasn't in FFA. I didn't bring any stuff, but I always remember going to the Ag Day and seeing all the animals.
I was an FFA. I got into because the fucking shitty high school I went to, Laredo. They didn't have fabrication or any metal stuff. Metalwork. I was really into welding back then, and they said, "Oh, well, you have to do FFA 1 year, and then you can do fabrication the second year, or your second, then the following year." And I was like, "Okay." So
yeah, same way it was in my school.
All them country fuckers, that's what we call country fuckers around here. Surprised them country fuckers. Dude, because you have to in FFA, you actually have to learn how to conduct yourself in a proper meeting and know how to like say certain words to sit there and like, oh, point of parliamentary procedure, sir. I'd like to give 5 minutes to this gentleman here so he can bring up current business, blah 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 blah. And they conducted everything like that. It was kind of weird. I was like, wow, these fucking country fuckers do this shit.
My welding teacher, he was real laid back.
You touch it.
So he made us do bookwork and stuff and assignments, but like if you didn't want to go like do your own project or whatever and make something cool, you didn't have to. You just had to do the bookwork and get your grades and stuff. And if we had a class project, everybody would do it.
Like, you ain't got to do nothing but come sit on my lap.
But I was like the only one in that class who, like, literally there'd be days where everybody would be sitting in the desk in the classroom and I'd be the only one in the shop. Like literally the only one. I'd have like all the lathes and everything myself.
That's how a lot of porn stories start.
I'm just gonna say this: Yankee jumped in here when Edge said "country fuckers." So here's a new one, Yankee.
Country fucker.
But
I got to shoot the PP X today.
Oh, nice. How was it?
How do you like it?
It wasn't as bulky as I remember. The barrel axis is high, but I would say it's probably like an XD high, maybe a little higher, but it's in that comparable range. I remembered it being much bulkier for some reason. It's smaller than I remembered it, and the trigger is really good.
Not bad for $280.
No, it wouldn't be bad for $380.
Yeah, I'd buy one of those for, I mean, just for shits and grins as a range gun, or even a car gun, truck gun. You know?
Yeah, dude, make a car gun, something like that, or a truck gun,
calibers in it 9.
It's a hammer. It's got a hammer, but you can't tell it. It's like shooting an extremely light striker-fired gun.
Does it only come in 9mm? Or
No, it comes in 40.
Just 9 and 40. Yeah.
I mean, a 40 on that I'd go 9 all day. The 40s, right now I'd only probably buy a Glock in 40. I don't think I'd buy another pistol in 40 Smith & Wesson. Not unless it was like one of those deals you just can't turn down.
I'd rather buy a Glock in 357 SIG than buy a 9mm conversion barrel. Then you got winter and summer covered.
Mm-hmm.
So Yankee, were you in FFA? Is that what you're trying to chat?
No, you want to tell me for $280 that the SIG's not a bad deal, or not the SIG, the Walther's not a bad deal.
Well, it's a solid warranty. It's brand new. It's a new pistol on top of that. You're the first owner for that kind of money. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, you can at least, you turn around, you're going to get out of it. You could probably get maybe close to around your buying price.
How does it compare in size to like Glock 17? Is it pretty much the same, or?
It's very comparable to the Glock 19.
Okay.
It's a little bit thicker and a little bit higher.
Yeah. Well, it holds 16 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's almost as much as the Glock 17 and 19 holds. Well, 19 with the 17 magazine in it.
Well, then you get a gun that's actually higher than the Walther completely loaded.
Do they make mags for the Glock 19 that are shortened specifically for it, or do you just use Glock 17 mags in it?
What? Is that a real question?
What did he just
Dude.
ask?
I don't
He's
know.
showing his age. Yes.
They make 15 round
9mm mags?
Yes.
I've heard of some
Why would you
dude
just-
cutting down a Glock. I've heard of some people cutting down a Glock 19 on the grip. If they have the talent to do that, and because they want the longer barrel, but they want the G26 profile on the grip.
They call it what? Glock 26 long is what they call it.
That's what they should do. That's what I thought Glock should introduce at the SHOT Show this year. They should do some, 19 size barrels with 26, 27 size frames.
That would be cool.
That would actually be a good gun.
There's some guys I've heard that'll convert a 19 to do it, but it's not cheap, and you have to really know what you're doing to not fuck up that receiver to be able to accept the magazines.
Yeah, I'd be scared because that's the serialized part. So if you mess it up, you just screwed up with a firearm. You gotta go Get another one and transfer it.
Did you guys hear about Arson Tony's gonna take on Jaeger in a sweet corn wrestling match?
What?
That's something that Tony said about I ain't scared of Jaeger. One of his videos.
So, last night?
Yeah, no, it was like the other one he did about the whole gun culture or something like that. You know,
Oh,
his
yeah.
reply to-
Well, we were talking about that last night off air.
Yeah, and he said something about, I ain't scared of him, I'll take him on. No, but you see something like corn, something about a corn wrestling match.
I ain't scared. I ain't
I'm
scared.
scared.
You can't do
Yeah.
it. God, if you're not born in Georgia, you can't do it. If you weren't raised in Georgia, rather not born. You weren't raised in
That's a
Georgia.
Tennessee thing. They're both Tennessee.
Can't do
Tennessee.
what? You weren't born in Georgia. Mary, you just what are you talking about?
What? I didn't hear him.
No, this is Georgia we're talking. You can't marry your sheep.
What about the goat?
What do you call a Georgia version?
Huh?
What do you call a Georgia virgin?
I don't know.
Sister without any brothers.
Actually, we always just called it a girl that can run faster than her dad and her brothers.
I guess that'd be
I
more.
actually got to use that joke today because we were in the car and my 9-year-old said, "Look, a flock of geese." And I was like, "Well, geese aren't a flock. Geese are a gaggle." And he's like, "Why are they called a gaggle?" And I was like, "I have no fucking clue." But we started talking about stuff, and I like, like a group of crows is a murder, and a group of whales is a pod. And he actually asked me, "Well, what's a group of sheep?" And I said, "Well, a group of sheep is a flock." I said, I guess it depends on where you're at. I said, here they're a flock, but if you're in Alabama, they're nervous. He did not know what I was talking about.
Well, 9. So. That's funny.
And I still don't know why the fuck geese are called a gaggle. I need to look that up because he asked me.
Isn't it gander?
Gaggle of geese.
What's that old saying that good for the goose, good for the gander saying? Old
It's
expression.
not a gander, it's a gaggle.
A gaggle. Well, I've heard that from people. It's good for the goose, good for the gander. Like telling you, like basically, like, your boss telling you, like whatever you do, you need to act out of.
Well, I know what a gander is. I don't know what a gaggle. Why it's called a gaggle though?
What's a gander? In other words,
it's a male
What's
goose.
good for the goose is good for the gander. It's the same.
Yeah. Goose and a gander are the male and the female.
okay.
Yep.
I've heard that one of my boss used to tell me, set the example. In the past, and other jobs. All right, whatever.
I'm looking it up. So
Fucking geese are mean as shit, man. Them motherfuckers bite you right in the inside.
Yeah,
You're fucking right near the crotch area, man.
Geese,
Those fucking,
geese
They
can
go
be
after your
mean.
little dangling worm. They think it's a worm.
dude, they don't go after the worm, dude. They go after the like that. Man, those geese are fucking evil, dude. Remember this one family that we knew that my dad's cousins. We'd go hang out with them at their place, and they had a couple fucking geese on the property, and those geese would go after you in the summertime. Come winter, they're all rubbing up against you and rubbing their neck because they're cold as shit. So they're trying to keep warm, and they want to rub and just rub against you to stay warm. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, but whenever they're having their babies and stuff, they
they
get.
weren't trying to stay warm, Eds. They wanted to fuck you.
They were
It could
looking
have
for.
been.
They were looking for a healthy mate.
I wasn't at all upset when their pit, geese and pit bulls just don't mix, and their pit bull ended up eating like 2 of the geese. I was like, you ain't gonna bite anybody anymore, are you, little fucker?
I guess they didn't have a pond for them to.
Like,
get
I
out
can't
to.
find anywhere why they're called a gaggle. I can find that they are a gaggle, but I guess it's of Germanic origin. Old Norse gaggle means gosling, I guess. So I don't know.
Why are geese called a gaggle? Let's see.
I found out they're not even called a gaggle if they're in the air. If they're
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
They're called a skein if they're in the air.
It says geese are only called a gaggle when they're on land.
On the ground. In the air, they're called a skein. I didn't know that.
I'm reading an article from RealClearScience.com apparently about this.
You're from Georgia. You can read.
Oh, a little bit. The three-letter words really trip me up sometimes. Canadian geese defecate up to 92 times a day. I believe that. I've freaking seen them come through
It's
in
not Canadian geese. It's Canada geese.
Canadian. How do you say it? I say Canadian.
Canadian.
It's Canada geese,
No,
idiot.
Canadian.
They're not from Canada. So you don't call them Canadian.
Well, the article. I'm just quoting the article. So I was
Yes,
quoting.
they're
I was quoting
Canada
directly from the
geese.
article.
Can you
Now
quote
we can
something that
call
says
bacon Canadian. Yeah.
I didn't hear a word either of you said.
I said, can you find something that you can quote that says "shut the fuck up, Quark"? Here, right over here.
Yeah, the Canada Canada geese thing was
There you go.
was driven into me at a young age by my aunt who loved birds.
Oh,
I got a little whack upside the head every time I said Canadian geese.
a rafter of turkeys. Apparently, a group of turkeys are called a rafter.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
We used to have wild turkeys all over the property back home. There's not as many of them now as there used to be.
There's some up on my folks where they live where they'll jump in their backyard because they just fucking flop in there and then they'll get in the backyard for a while and then they'll take off. And when they first lived there, we would see them pretty often. And back in 2007, and then they slowly but surely you don't see them anymore.
People had hunt down the coyotes and the bobcats pretty bad in West Virginia there for a few decades, and now they're coming back quite a bit. So you see less turkeys now because the coyotes and the bobcats are back more.
Oh, we never had turkeys around here in the 80s. And, up until the late 90s. It was the late 90s we started seeing, wild turkeys back, and now they're all over the place.
Yeah, we had it for, there was you'd have herds of turkey. You had to go out and chase them out of the fields because they'll ruin your fields. They'd come through and eat every fucking thing in their way, and you had to go chase them off.
Yeah, they'll pick up every last seed.
Yeah, I remember my neighbor's
several-
dog running out in the yard to chase them, and they just, which kind of surprised me because I'd never realized turkeys can fly, but they flew up and into the trees.
Yeah,
They
wild
don't
turkeys.
fly very much.
Just not those big, fat, lazy domestic turkeys can't fly.
Yeah,
can only- They can only fly if there's. Usually they glide more than they fly.
Yeah, those
They
big
can't-
ass turkeys
Down
freak
from,
me out.
if they climb up into the hayloft of the barn or something, they can jump out of the barn and be okay. But I wouldn't trust them over a couple of stories.
Yeah.
I had a client that lives out in the country, and he has two of those turkeys, and it was real friendly. They'll just walk up to you, but they just kind of freak you out with that fucking chirp that they make, man. That thing that they do, it's kind of eerie.
Yeah, the meanest birds I've ever been around is my grandfather on our farm used to have peacocks. They're meaner than shit.
My uncle used to have one. He called it King George, and I never messed with it. It was always in the cage, but
Ours just roamed the property out there because we have 176 acres out in the game reserve in Mason County, West Virginia. Yes, they're
I've been-
mean as fuck.
I've been to a zoo where they actually a zoo we go to almost every year on vacation, and there's some of them around there, and they would eat out of our hand. Actually, if I remember correctly, we bought the food.
Yeah, there's a neighborhood here in San Antonio that up by the medical center area. This is 3 or 4 houses that these flock of, or whatever the fuck they're called, flock, but these fucking gang of peacocks, probably 10 of them. There's all over the run this neighborhood, and it's just been there since forever. They're on people's roofs, just sitting there, and that's what they do. They just hang out in the neighborhood. You can go there right now, and they're there. They've always been
When
there.
I was about 10 years old, I got knocked unconscious by a goose because we were going out to get a goose for Christmas because my grandmother always cooked a fresh goose for Christmas, and we had tons of geese, so we always took one of our own goose and butchered it for Christmas. And she'd always butcher a couple of them and give a couple of them to other families in the area that didn't have any money. So we were going out, and my grandfather's like, grab that one right there, because I'd never caught one before, as just a little kid. So he was going to have me catch my first one. He's like, grab it, snap its neck. So I ran up behind this big old goose, and I grabbed it from the neck from behind, and he folded both wings completely backwards at the same time and caught me on both sides of the head and knocked
With
me home.
With his wing bone?
Yep.
Yeah. This is interesting. A group of hawks is known as a cast because the bird is cast off the falconer's arm. Huh. Herons.
My cousin's husband is a falconer. I sent a picture yesterday of him. He's driving down the street in a car, and he's got a little perch built in the back seat of his car that his bird sits on when he drives to things.
Huh. I always thought it'd be cool to hunt with a falcon. You have to have a lot of land to do it, I guess.
He hunts all the time with his falcon. His Facebook, that's all it is him hunting with his falcon.
That'd be really fun, you think about it.
Yeah, we watched.
They're super cool birds.
It'd be a lot of work and discipline to do it, but it'd be really cool.
Yeah, we watched the peregrine.
I got into it. I don't know if it's because he's Laotian or what. I don't know if it's big over there or something, but I don't know why he's doing it.
Yeah, we watched the peregrine falcon the other day take out a seagull and eat it, the whole breast out, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I got to watch a hawk take a pigeon around here the other day. He took that pigeon fast. That pigeon didn't even see it coming.
We had a hawk get into our chicken coop one time, and he had to be like almost 2 foot tall. The hawk, or not 2 feet, like 1.5 feet tall, realistically.
Probably a red tail.
It was red-tailed hawk. It was a huge hawk, and the chicken deserved to die. They were in a cage in closed coop, but the chicken walked towards the hawk, and he was on the ground, and the hawk put his claw through the chicken wire and strangled the chicken with one claw and killed it.
Yeah, they're tough.
So he didn't get the meat. He didn't get the chicken at all, but he killed it, and then he was sitting on top of the coop, whatever, and my dad shot him.
Yeah, the peregrine falcons, they fly so fast, and when they hit another bird,
why would your dad shoot a bird of prey?
That's actually a felony.
Yeah.
No, if they're killing your livestock, you kill them.
No, I wouldn't shoot a bird of prey. Tell your dad he's a prick.
Okay.
Birds
Down with your daddy.
I'll make sure I tell him out for Christmas. That'd be great.
Yeah. No bullets for you.
See all your Christmas presents? Back into the car.
Lost a chicken, you'll eat the fucker anyway. Take it in the house, eat it. Don't shoot a bird of prey.
Yep.
We had one take a pigeon the other day out here. I was sitting, there's like 7 or 8 pigeons over across the street. And right as they were getting ready to take off, a hawk just out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even know what it was at first. It was so fast out of the side of my eye. Just the thing got like a foot off the ground and bam, slammed him back into the ground.
Yeah, this cat house I used to go to in Mexico had a falcon in a cage. My favorite bar, I used to like going to that place. And they always don't touch the bird. I know, it's a fucking falcon, you idiot. I'm not going to stick my hand in a fucking cage. But it was a cool bird.
Yeah, we've got kites around here. If you're not familiar with kites, they're smaller birds of prey. Related to the falcon, and you'll see that my neighbor has bird feeders up, and they love when the neighbors feed the birds, because then the kites get to eat. It's just amazing watching them catch those the songbirds right out of the air.
What's larger, a raven or a crow?
A raven, I think.
Raven.
Yeah, I believe that. I remember we got into my old lady the night before. He had a big old blowout, and then the next day, it's like everything was gloomy in the morning going on the way to work. And I look at the neighbor's house 2 houses over, and there's a fucking big ass black bird that looked like a raven or a crow, whatever the fuck it was, and it was eating a smaller bird. It had like in its claw, just sitting there munching on it, with the other fucking claw, just tearing it up and eating that bird. And like, goddamn, it's like something out of like a bad horror movie. It's like the kid get any more shittier. And
When you go up to Alaska, the ravens up there, they're like black eagles. They are so fucking big. They're gigantic.
We got a lot of those turkey vultures here where I live. They're just fucking humongous, just waiting for something to get killed on the side of the road. And they're fucking stubborn as shit. They won't move until you get really close, up on them. Trying to keep the game.
Yeah, I've never noticed a whole lot of vultures around here, but somebody had hit a deer, and it was left on, this is fall. Left on the side of the road, and then, I drove by there, and there's, a frickin', vulture, which is a turkey vulture, sitting there just eating away at this deer, and then When I came back from being in town, a couple hours later, carcass was completely stripped.
That, or they'll pull it off the side of the road. A couple of them will, and they'll fucking just gnaw it down. Yeah, I mean, we
No,
see them.
you could see it. The rib cage was still there.
I work out in the country. That's where my office is at. Even though I live in the city, and fucking, we see all deers all the time getting hit, or all kinds of animals, and sure enough, those turkey vultures come in and just tear it up.
Yeah, that's why they don't let you mess with seagulls either. I mean, they clean up dead animal messes, so they're protected pretty much here.
Same thing with buzzards too, right?
Well, we got seagulls here in Texas too, but they're fucking annoying. They just fucking won't let you eat a bag of Cheetos because they've been trained to fucking go and bother you by all the visitors that go and give them food. So there's always
buzzards buzzards and vultures are the same thing there, Cleve.
Yeah, they are.
One of my favorite home movies we got is of my little brother Bobby, who's, I guess, 10 years younger than me. He's sitting on a bench in Four Corners in, where's that at? Colorado? Colorado?
With the 4 states meet?
That's,
I don't think Colorado's one of them, is it?
No, it might have been Nevada.
What is it, Nevada, Arizona, Utah?
Yeah, they might have been Nevada. We've gone to the Grand Canyon.
I forget the other state.
And my brother's sitting this on his bench, and my mom is getting a video of him, an old 8mm video of him. And as he's sitting there, he's eating a Snickers bar. And a squirrel runs up and just grabs his Snickers bar. And then for the next 5 or 10 seconds, him and the squirrel are just wrestling over this Snickers bar. And the squirrel is just screaming at him. He's got both hands on it, holding on to it as tight as he can, and screaming at my brother. My brother's screaming at the squirrel. Finally, the squirrel yanks it out of his hand, yanks it out of the wrapper, and runs away. My little brother starts crying, but I thought that was the funniest video I'd ever seen. My little brother fighting with a squirrel for a candy bar.
That is pretty neat.
Because they'll just take it. You get food out up there, those squirrels in those little parks are so conditioned to people feeding them. You take food out, they just go take it.
That's true. I'm not west of you back, and it was so weird to me. All the squirrels, they would just like walk up right beside you, and it kind of freaked me out. I was like, dang, they're not scared at all.
I've been places overseas before where you don't get food out, or the monkeys will freaking attack you.
You ever had a standoff with a squirrel where the squirrel doesn't back away or doesn't run? He looks at you. One time we were playing at this par 3 golf. It was par 3, and I go to chase down a ball, and this fucking squirrel just gets to stand up and puts his paws up in there like he wants to wrestle. And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck's for your problem? I grab my fucking 8-iron. I'm like, let's do it. Man, but he wasn't backing down. I was like, you know what? I ain't worth fucking this little fucker's faster than me all day. I was like, bite me and fuck you.
Never gotten in a fight with a squirrel, but I did once have a battle to the death with a possum armed with nothing but a wiffle ball bat.
That'd be fun.
Oh. Possum got into the storeroom when I used to work at. If you ever know what G.C. Murphy's are, they used to be like Kmart. They're gone now, but they were like Kmart. And I worked there when I was a kid. And the girls come running out to. I think they said something about a rat or something in the storeroom. And so I run back there to shoot it off. And the only thing I don't have anything with me, so I go back there and shoot this rat off, and it's a possum had come in on the conveyor belt, because that's when they used to unload trucks on these conveyor belts, and the conveyor belts would slide the stuff into the storeroom. And this possum had come in on it. And I was trying to shoo him off. I was like, get out of here, possum, stomping my feet at him and stuff. And he reared up and hissed at me and charged.
Oh, God.
The only thing I had within reach I could grab was one of those big yellow wiffle ball bats, they look like the Bam Bam clubs.
Yeah.
And I smacked him as hard as I could to the side with that, and it barely spun him around, and he turned right back around, came at me again. I smacked him again, it spun him around, he turned around, came right back at me again. It ended up with me running all the way to the front of the store with him behind me.
Oh, my God.
He's dead. He might have been rabid.
And I'm running to the front of the store, he's chasing me. My store manager's yelling, run back outside! I run to the back of the store and run out the back stockroom. He chases me all the way outside. I run all the way around the store, and he goes out into the woods as we run outside. So I was like, but that son of a bitch was intent on killing me, and he was not going to stop.
It might have been rabid, because you fuck with them, they usually play dead.
Yeah.
If you had on a good pair of shoes, you should have whacked him one good time, and when he was stunned, you should have stepped on his head and cracked his skull.
Razor sharp teeth.
You should see the fangs on those things.
They have razor sharp teeth.
You gotta step fast. You step
right through your shoes. They'll shred your shoes like tissue paper.
Well, that's why I said if you had a good pair of shoes on, like some boots or something, like a good pair of boots. Not like tennis shoes or anything.
This was the early '80s, so I was probably wearing like either Converse or Pumas.
Kangaroos.
Oh, you weren't wearing sandals, flip flops? You always wear.
Yeah, you can't wear flip flops.
Flip flops in the '80s, you're gay.
Can't wear
Or
flip
not,
flops.
not flip flops. Sandals were gay in the '80s.
I wore flip flops in the '80s all the fucking time. So did my uncle.
No, no, I'm talking about that. The sandals were gay in the '80s.
Yeah, I wore them. You just didn't wear them with socks. I wear them with socks now. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
I've never been a sandals
I
person.
remember my neighbors.
I've never been sandals
were
or
from
flip
Brazil, and they had all their kids wore sandals, and they always looked stuck out because no kids wore sandals like leather sandals.
Yeah.
You just didn't wear them.
I have one pair of flip flops that pretty much stay brand new all the time because I only wear them one time a year, and that's when I go to the beach. And even then, I only wear them when I'm on the beach, like in the sand. That's it. I don't wear them anywhere else. No, I wear tennis shoes. That's it. I don't like not being able to move quick.
What phone you got now, Yankee?
Oh, he heard you.
He muted us.
Cell phone you running now,
We've had deer. We've had deer get in our store, not the store we work at, but stores nearby, the same chain. Because we have automatic doors, the deer will come up to the door and they'll open up, and sure enough, they'll go right in.
Really quickly, I just want to say that thank you to Ohio 45 ACP for the Secret Santa gifts.
What is it?
The modern reloading book, the newest one.
Oh, that's nice of them.
And I don't know how much is this, but some 30 brass and a couple of rifle boxes.
Who sent it to you?
Ohio 45 ACP. So a shout out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really nice of them. Those boxes are freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Are they MTM or whatever? That's what it's called. Case guard.
MTM.
Yeah, MTM is really good. That's what I use for all my 9mm and stuff, and all my pistol rounds.
Yeah. I need to work on this brass, but yeah, it's only shoot. I'm gonna make some Mosin runs tonight, and I gotta shoot tomorrow. So.
Dang, I should shoot tomorrow. I'm off work tomorrow. That's a good
And then
idea. I
again,
didn't think about that. As long as it's not
the
raining.
one that blew up. This is the gun that blew up, but it's working now. So.
You might
You'll
want
know
to
when
wear.
you get after the range if it really works.
You might want to wear a face shield before you shoot it again. when you're shooting it.
I'm gonna do one of these. Like I'm gonna put it on the bench and boom. I'm gonna do a bunch of like just test shots, like from a distance first to see. But I did like chamber a couple of my reloaded rounds in here, and the problem is I noticed that when the reload that exploded, I had a hard time chambering it. Like it was like I had to really squeeze the lever to get it in there. So it pinched the tip of the brass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what caused the problem.
Yeah, but I put well, I'm gonna say first, it's Ohio said Merry Christmas, Chris. So, but second, I put a link in the internal and over in the external. Tony's doing a Indiegogo for the repeal gunlaws.com patches. So he wants to get 500 made up, and it'll be really cool. But yeah, you do the fundraiser, $5 gets you a patch, $10 gets you 2, $20 gets you 3, which I'm gonna have to talk to him about. Maybe $20 gets you 4. But he said $20 gets you 3. They're cool patches. Go take a look at them. They're a really cool logo. You're welcome for the idea.
I don't know if I should shoot tomorrow or Christmas Day. I don't know.
Oh, tomorrow will be the only day I'll be able to shoot. I gotta work freaking Christmas Eve. And
I gotta work.
You can shoot Christmas.
But
I gotta get No, I'll probably give you. Actually, probably tomorrow I won't be able to shoot. I'll be able to shoot a little bit tomorrow, but I'm going out of town. I got to start getting ready.
Well,
Only
Khalid,
for a
come
week.
on, the gay strip clubs stay open, on Christmas Eve. You gotta be a sport. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Gotta make that extra money.
But yeah, you're a bar back.
Well, other than that, I also built the computer last night, so for my brother. So it's kind of busy. But yeah, I'm off. I work only open until 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and I'm off Christmas Day.
I'm off Christmas Day, and then I'm going out of town the day after for just a weekend.
Any job that I've ever worked before, where I'd always take the day in before and the day after, and I'd always ask for like in September. That way, because depending some jobs seniority they require it, your seniority first, or you just get that day in first. Because I never like working the day before, the day after.
We only close three days a year: Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. That's it. We close early though on I think New Year's Eve, and we close early on Christmas
I
Eve.
remember working at Toys R Us, working the day before and the day after.
Yeah.
You know what really sucks is working the last shift on Christmas Eve because they're open really late, and you don't get home. Yeah, you don't even get home till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's what's good about our store. We close at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, so everybody gets to go home kind of early.
Well, this will be my third year in a row experiencing the whole 2 weeks off for Christmas shit.
I'm closing my shop tomorrow, so they won't have to come back till Friday.
There you go.
Yep, I feel bad for the kids because Christmas falls on a Thursday this year up here, so they actually have to go to school today and tomorrow.
And Yankees off for the next 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
I've been off for the last 4 years, and I'm off for the next.
Eric's still gonna give you some shit there tonight.
Yeah, the kids go back on the 5th, so they kind of get lucky that way. But they don't get a full 2 weeks. They only get 11 days, I think.
It's 2 weeks here. Started, today, and then we go back. I think on the 5th.
Must be nice.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, you look forward to it. That's one of the things that keeps you in that kind of job when you take less money, but they give you that time off. It does kind of factor in. It's like teachers, when they get summers off. You get to spread your paycheck. You get a salary, and you spread it out within 12 months. So you get paid every month in the summertime too. But
no, you actually got an option of doing both. You can get paid the months you work, or you can get it spread out over 12.
Yeah, you can get it all. But who doesn't? Who wants to go 3 months with a paycheck? Or most people can't do it.
My dad took the whole 2
My
weeks off.
teachers did it because they work summer jobs.
My dad is off all this week and all next week. I mean, he had to use vacation time for it, but.
What, so we can go murder some undeserving animals?
Oh my god.
He's gonna dance at hard bodies.
Actually, we are going hunting on one of the weekends, but they're not hunting deer.
There's a big difference between hunting and just killing a defenseless animal.
We were defending the livestock. It wasn't like we were shooting the hawk for fun.
You're defending a stupid chicken.
Chickens.
No, the other chickens weren't stupid enough to go over and stick their head into the hawk.
Well, they might.
You damn hawk killers, see what happened?
You do the same thing with coyotes. You can see coyotes in the area. You're gonna shoot coyotes too. There's some counties that you see a coyote, you shoot it, you bring the carcass into fucking the local sheriff, and you get paid. You get paid out for turning them in.
Oh yeah, they do that like crazy over in Australia with the dingoes, right?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Jake should do that in the ghetto.
Rabbits and fox.
Yeah.
They do those giant rat things called caveras or something. Caveras.
Chupacabras.
Things are nasty looking.
New trees? And you're
That's
talking
it.
about that's in the southern United States?
I
Yeah,
guess that's
new
it, yeah.
trees or
I
something
think
like
you
that.
get
Yeah.
those if I'm thinking right.
But they got hogs you can turn in and coyotes, and depending on in the county, but you can turn them into your local authority, and you'll get paid out eventually for them for killing them because they're just a nuisance
At
for
first, that
the,
sounds
for,
kind
for
of
the
cool.
livestock in the
At first,
area.
that sounds kind of cool. Like you'd wish that it was like that in your area, but then you think about how bad it must be for them to do that. And you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that.
And in Wisconsin, it's open season, all year round.
Well, that's
On
part
what?
of owning land, though. I mean, unfortunately, that you have to maintain it.
Back home during the plentiful years, we always game wardens will come around, and everybody that owns acreage out in the game reserve areas out there, they'll give us a certain number of tags per acreage for deer to take them out of season. And we used to kill and butcher so many deer and give the meat away and everything back then, but they would just overrun if you didn't.
Yeah, deer. If you get too big of a deer population, they get disease and all kind of stuff, and it just destroys them.
We got deer. We got deer here in certain areas that wander the streets. Fucking early morning, right as the sun breaks and right before it goes down. Yeah, they just they're out there, and these deers have become so domesticated to where some people pet them and give them food that they don't move, dude. You can be in the middle of the street honking at them. The deer's looking at you like, "What the fuck are you honking at? I'm fucking doing my business, fuck off." And there's certain neighborhoods where people love it. Oh, that's why I moved here, because it's so cool and the deer, and they're like, no, they're a pain in the ass, man. Sometimes you don't want to kill them.
Yeah, deer have to be called out, or we'd all be in trouble with deer.
Yeah, because there used to be wolves and stuff, back before the United States was so civilized and settled. Of course, now there's no natural predators for them.
Well, in Texas, what?
I mean, coyotes get young every now and then if they get lucky and catch one, but that's very, it's not very common.
Well, here where I live, what happens is these a lot of these places where they're developing ranches and rural areas, and then these deers just get kind of cornered in to where there's one little stretch of land that they got. It's not very much, maybe an acre or so, where they all just kind of hang out in that one little acre, a couple acres that they have, and you'll see them at night, and then that's how they end up going into neighborhoods. They just get kind of squandered, or wandered, fucking get all stacked in that one little area, and they're stuck there.
Well, when we were, like I said, when we had the property, our archery season started pretty early, like in the late fall, early, before winter. Our rifle season didn't, our riflery season didn't start till later, but when they would come out and give you the handouts, the tags, they'd tell you, we don't care how you fucking kill them. Bow, rifle, hit them with your car, whatever you got to fucking do, just kill this man.
Raro.
And I don't think about killing so many deer like that, then you got a lot of work. You're going to need a lot of help cleaning them.
Well, it wasn't too bad back home because we have a couple of butchers that would always, they would, if you took your deer to them for like a small portion of the meat, they would always butcher them for you. Or they would, if you're donating the meat, they'll just butcher them for free, period. Like if you're donating the meat to the local, because we used to have local food groups like the churches that would actually take the meat and give it to like families that had 4 or 5 kids and didn't make a lot of money. That report. We had people still living in tar paper shacks back then. I'm sure there still are now. So they would take and give that meat, so it didn't go to waste. Nowadays, it's harder to do that. You have to go.
Yeah, there's so many subsidies out there for some people that are that poor that they don't really need to eat venison, and then they get venison. I mean, I don't mind it, but it does get old after a while. Some people.
I wouldn't say that. There's still a lot of poor people in this world that don't get anything, and they don't qualify for subsidies because they're working class poor. And if they do qualify for subsidies, it's not enough to make ends meet. So.
Yep. That's why in the food pantry it always happens right around deer season. They always accept donated deer.
That's why one of the charities we actually do give money to every year here are the food banks, because I know it's a good cause.
Well, I've never heard of anybody cooking, my ignorance, but I've never heard of anybody like making a deer steak.
Oh, I like deer steak. Venison steaks, I bred them like a chicken fried steak.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's got the old grinder thing that you just make the steak and you run it through the grinder and it makes it kind of like a cube steak.
Yeah.
I like those better. But I mean, you
Oh,
can eat just deer steak, just straight steak. Like
tender.
that.
You're
best
talking
way
about
the best way to do
tenderizer.
deer steak the best way to do deer steak is to butcher it yourself. Take a tenderloin and just cut it up into sections, and then cut out the you want the steak to only be about 2 inches across. Maybe you cut all the fat and tendon out of it, just get pure meat. And you waste a
Well,
lot of meat
but
like that.
but does it?
like,
But does
less
it?
quality meat, but it's good.
I haven't eaten a lot of venison. I mean, here in East Laredo, when I lived there, what people will do for tamales, they'll do a mix of pork and venison, deer, and they'll do a mix like that, and it's not bad. But I've never had like venison altogether, like in a steak format. Does it? Do you have to? Is it gamey, or do you have to do a lot to it to get that taste off?
Venison, no. Venison has
that's not bad.
venison has a good natural flavor. I mean, it's a little gamey, but it's not like gamey like possum or something like that.
It depends on where the deer's from too. Like the deer we've ate from Texas, all they eat is crops and corn. It tastes just like beef almost. It's like no game flavor at all, or they just like meat.
I had some wild boar ribs once in Vegas at this fucking Brazilian steakhouse. I tried to try these wild Brazilian or the wild boar ribs that we have, and I tried them, and they taste like dirt. Literally, it tastes like you're fucking like eating dirt. And I was like, yeah, freaking horrible.
What was that?
Wild boar ribs. And I was like, and they're like, the guy told me they're a little gamey, and I was like, well, let me try them out, and it just tasted like it had a flavor of dirt,
It was a feral hog.
I don't know. I didn't ask what they carved it out of.
Hogs are pretty good. The best barbecue I've ever had was one time me and my dad.
I love pig. Don't get me wrong. I love pork. I'm not a Muslim.
Yeah.
Ed, you say you're Muslim?
I don't think there's anybody in here that in any way had any inclination that you didn't like pork.
I love me some bacon.
The evidence is obvious.
Hey.
The last thing I think when I look at you is that, that guy eats a lot of fish and chicken.
Hey. I'm not like 250. Cut me some slack.
Kind of messed up, Yankee.
The best
Hey, you're 250, but 5'3".
5'11".
5'11".
The best barbecue I ever had.
He's gotten down to where I was when I started.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I was in the 255 range when the doctor told me you're going to die soon.
How tall are you, Yankee?
A little over 6 foot.
I was 317.
How tall are you, Edge?
You just said 5'11".
Oh, I didn't know.
As tall as men come.
You're the same height as me. Ha, that's funny.
Yeah, but I'm a man.
Yeah, I was told that there's another good guy with gun and who commented on one of Yankees' videos, and I'm trying to look for the guy right now.
Dude, Stone Guy got all fucking crazy one night when I told him that they're like, which? I didn't get the invite. Who just it to? We found out there's like 5 Stone Guys.
5 Stone Guys.
Yeah, something like that. There's at least a handful of them. Stone Guy names, 223 Stone Guy, something this, and he's like, what the fuck? What's wrong? Get your lawyers involved. I don't know.
There's a bad guy, the Stone Guy, but he's
Yeah, but there's some pot smokers out there who got that name too.
I don't think I've heard of another Yankee Marshall.
probably a guy who's a Stone Guy, but he's
If you got a username with like at least 3 words in it, that or some numbers in it, either that, it helps reduce the chance of something being similar.
I've never heard of another Yankee Marshall trying to rip off his name.
I don't see.
There used to be a channel called Yankee Marshall Sucks. I don't know if they're still around.
Well, there's the chair. We had the chair too.
I'm gonna look that up now.
Every guy has has a hater.
I don't have a hater.
You're not that big yet.
True. Yeah.
I don't have a hater. I don't have that many haters either. So.
Oh, I got plenty.
Yankee Marshall sucks. The only thing I see is your YouTube channel link and the video that you made about why Glocks suck.
So granted though, Caleb, there's a lot of powder coating bullet videos. Yours is very concise, but you have not as many views as these other guys with like 40,000 views, and they were like made not even last year. It's like, what the fuck? How are people getting these views on subjects that I cover and some of my other friends cover, and yet these guys are getting the views?
YouTube
Dude, I mean,
recommends it.
okay,
Like that.
it's
How
yeah,
people.
Because we do our videos, we can do our videos in English. People can understand what we're saying.
There you go.
You can hear me just fine, motherfucker.
Well, look, I agree with you because I've done some
That's
videos
funny
where,
shit.
What did you just say? Something about duck sauce?
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
It was fried wontons. But no, I've seen some videos or so. I'm like, dude, this guy, he has like 20 or 30,000 views on the same fucking thing you're talking about, and he's not even on the first couple of lookups, like if you, that phrase you researched in YouTube. But he has, like 30 or 40,000 fucking views on that particular thing. It's weird, and I was like, how did you get that many? I was told it's also about your hashtags, or your or these called keywords. Now it's hashtags that you put in.
I'm horrible about keywords. I've never put very many in, and the ones I put in don't, aren't that descriptive. Like most of my videos will have like 2 or 3. I don't do a lot of keywords or hashtags or anything.
Yeah, neither do I. I used to when I first started, and I realized it really wasn't making much of a difference.
When you're a smaller channel, that's what, because people type in like Glock 26 holster, and you have to go in there and put Glock 26
Yeah, well, I'll put something like that in. I mean, I'll
best,
put like 50 tags in.
holster and whatever. Well, now Google only lets, or YouTube, whatever, same thing, only lets you put so many, and they're like, you have too many tags. You have to remove a couple. Yeah, whatever. Anki, I was asking you earlier, Anki, what phone are you sporting these days?
Still that LG G3. Nothing's been better than it yet.
That curved one?
No, it's not curved. It's this one. LG G3. The one with the buttons and stuff on the back.
I think I saw that one today. There you go. I just picked up my Note 4.
It's got a 5.7-inch screen, so it's as big a screen as I can handle without it being like a phablet. Because anything bigger, it doesn't fit in my pocket. It's got the same size screen as that gigantic iPhone 6 Plus that I bought.
Well, I got the Note 4 a couple of days ago.
Yeah, the Note 4 is about the only. If I changed this, the only thing I would exchange this for would be the Note 4. But the only reason I haven't is because I've gotten so used to that tap on and off and the tap security codes that I don't like having to push buttons anymore. Because this one, you just like, if you want it on or off, you don't have to like push buttons. You just tap the screens and stuff, and it pops on, and you can tap a special code to unlock it and everything. So you don't have to push buttons or enter anything. Or
I almost got the watch, but they wanted the watch. I didn't know you have to have it's like its own device with a cell phone number, and you have to pay $10 a month for the watch just to have it on top of the price on it.
I keep thinking about buying the watches, and I've almost bought them twice, 2 or 3 times actually.
Didn't you got one? You got one for Christmas a couple years back?
Yeah, but I'm just like, I took one back that I got like 2 years ago. Well, no, I guess it was about a year ago. But it's just, I don't see a point in them. My phone is right fucking there.
That iPhone watch looks slick. The one they unveiled it, that looks slick. I was like, that would be so
I
cool.
wouldn't wear it, and it's like they die after like 12 hours on your wrist. So it's like, what's the point? You have to charge it every night, put it on when you leave to go somewhere, and then take it off when you get home, put it back on the charger. I would never do that. It just doesn't work. Now there's a new one coming out, like the Note Band or something like that, where all it does is it just flashes one word at a time on the screen. Like if you get a text message that says your order is ready for pickup, it just flashes it one word at a time at 220 words a minute. And just boom, and you read that as a notification on the screen, and you don't have to use anything. It's called the Note Band. Let's see. Uno Note. It's called the Uno, like in playing Uno, the card game. Uno Note Band. Now I looked at that. Now that's pretty cool. I've thought about investing in one of those just to get one.
I was about this close to getting it. They had a promotion when I went to go activate my phone and get my wife my Note 3, and then they're like, "Yeah, you can get this LG tablet for 99 cents right now. It's $10 a month. And it's cellular network and everything." And I was like, "I don't."
About that with us when I went and got my son's phone the other day too. I'm like, "No, I'm not paying you an extra, $10 a month for the service and then another $50 a month for the data."
Well, I already have the data. I have a 30 gig plan,
Yeah, but
but
you'll go the fuck over it with one of those pads, giving it to my son. That's what they were
oh
trying
yeah,
to.
yeah, well, yeah, with your kid, yeah. No, I mean, this one's for me, just for me to have one. I bought my wife the Asus tablet earlier this year, and then this is just to have me one for me that's not work related. I have an iPad Air for work and everything, but I wanted to go. I was like, well, dude, it's like for $10 a month, I guess I could, fuck it, and I did it. And
And
it's
you guys
just,
are running like iPhone instead of Galaxies?
No,
no, I run Galaxy.
I'm Android.
Galaxy S4 is one of the latest model they have.
Yeah, my company owns a Galaxy, and I was into the BlackBerry for years. I wouldn't give it up. God, I was stupid.
Fuck that, dude. Dude, I have a BlackBerry. That's what they give me for. It's my work phone, the fucking 9330 Bold. And the person that makes the call, the head honcho who makes the call, they're having to pay, like BlackBerry. When you work for a big company, you have to have a dedicated server to shoot the email and encrypt it, so nobody can hack it. And it's a fucking waste of money. The government dropped RIM, who basically owns BlackBerry. The government dropped it. They went to iPhone, so they're and all their products, are way like fucking. They're not up to date. The latest ones they came out with, and we're hopefully waiting that they're gonna fucking get rid of these Blackberries. I've never had a Blackberry before I started this job, and they suck. I cannot stand them. The only people I know like Blackberries are like politicians, like fucking Obama, Sarah Palin. A lot of politicians love Blackberries for some reason. They like the two thumb them.
Hey, Edge, I'm old. I got used to it, so I used it, and giving it up, being old.
Well, I understand you're setting your ways, and you that's good for you. You
I think
like.
Sarah Palin just holds up a BlackBerry every now and then in public to make herself look smart.
Nah, that wouldn't help me look smart.
Well, like Obama has a super encrypted one, because he could give up his cell phone, and they gave him that. They have that one. I think it's made by fucking Northrop Grumman, special phone that's issued to him. It's a BlackBerry-based kind of system.
Yeah, but like I say, if you want to look at a cool notification band just to get like your text messages and stuff, look at that Uno Note band. It's actually pretty cool. It uses that Spritz stuff that Andrew they designed recently.
Now the phone I bought, the Galaxy 4, it goes into my emails and everything else, and it's way better. Basically, for a year, I was a moron.
Oh yeah, my Android is so much better than my iPhone.
I love my new S5. It's great. Although today it did something weird. I left work. I was trying to make a phone call, and it was not. It had the little bars for service, but the 4G symbol was not there, and there was nothing in its place. It was just like it didn't exist. Like it's a network or something crazy like that. So I just restarted the phone, and it was working fine for that, but I had no idea why I was doing that. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I'm kind of old. I don't know why people change their phones all the time, but after getting my Galaxy 4, I love it. But my wife just bought a Galaxy 5 for home. And it's crazy.
I have been carrying a Galaxy Note 2 since December of 2012, and I only had to replace it once because I dropped it and cracked the screen. So pretty much I just have to replace it with insurance. It's been a great phone for me. So next time I might have to go. I'll wait for the Note 4 to go down in price.
I've only ever had 3 phones. Samsung slider phone like I had when I was in middle school. Then I had my iPhone 3GS, which I had for like 4 years, and then I just got this Galaxy S5. And I'll probably keep the S5 for another 3 or 4 years. Unless something better, unless something happens to it.
Caleb, having 40 pounds of powder at home, is that
What?
legal to what? 50, right? Legal amount that you can store?
In one place, you can have more than 50 pounds. You just can't have it stored. You just can't have it stored altogether.
How much? What? You broke up.
You can't have more than 50 pounds stored at the same location.
Okay, all right. He just got good then.
I guess technically, if you had like 50 pounds in your basement and like you had a shed or something that you felt fine putting 50 pounds in, I guess technically. I don't know how the law's written though. I don't want to give bad information. That'd be something to look up.
Remember that guy who got arrested in New Jersey for having 250 pounds?
No. Oh yeah, I do remember that they confiscated all of it or something or destroyed it. That pissed me off. I was like, oh, I could have resold that.
I just subscribed to this good guy with guns just so, it's for the sole purpose of it's like, yeah, the original just subbed you, pal.
Send me a link to his
You
channel. I
can
want to see
find
it. Good guy, post a link to his channel
He
in
has
the
got
internal.
one video and a lot of likes. That's about it. He's a starter.
Ugh.
There you go. Well, just for interest's sakes, yeah. But go ahead and get this guy get this guy rolling. You know.
What?
Chris, did
Why?
you
He's
say
playing
you never
names.
got arrested for something? What was it?
What? I didn't get arrested for anything. No, I was saying there was this guy in New Jersey who got arrested for carrying for having 250 pounds of powder in New Jersey.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a legal limit or something. You know what? Here's the thing, though. I know somebody here who lives in a farm. Granted, he lives in a rural area, and he has like hundreds and hundreds of pounds of powder. However, he probably just he probably because he probably puts him in a shed or something, like in a special shed or something.
Ohio State and need to also watch for how many of the amount of primers you have. I didn't know that. I wonder what the numbers are. Ohio, what are the? Do you know what the limit is per location or something? I've never heard that before. That makes sense.
1,000.
Yeah, right. 1,000. That'd be
This is a good video for
ridiculous.
me to watch. I'm watching a girl in lingerie clean field strip and clean a Glock.
You should do a parody video of that.
No, you do.
You, I'll buy you. If you do, I'll buy you a camisole.
No. I'm not doing it. Compare.
This is
What
eight.
size garter belt do you wear?
Shut up.
He says only 8,000 primers. That's not many at all. That's only like $160 worth of well, probably a little bit more than that. $180 worth of primers, maybe $200 worth of primers. That's nothing. Heck, that's like 2 months of shooting for some people. Not even. That's like 1 month of shooting for some people.
Now the problem is with you people with all this gunpowder and stuff. What are you doing with it?
Huh? Use it, make bullets, and shoot it.
We make rounds.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're gonna blow up some shit. We gotta keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Right. Oh God, you sound like the government now. Hope you're joking.
I've never seen like it hasn't really been a history of a guy who committed crimes and who used reloads.
As long as the only person that are being endangered is yourself, then
Yeah.
it shouldn't be an issue.
There hasn't
Yourself and your property. That's it. Then who cares?
there hasn't been a guy who reloads who's ever committed a crime with his reloads.
All right, good guy. You're right, but you keep saying yet. It's yet until it happened.
It's just because he hasn't got caught yet. That's why.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They can't track his rounds.
We gotta keep an eye on good guy.
Oh yeah, Sergeant, we got these weird coded rounds on here. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna want to come with this.
Yeah, they're all in 45 ACP, which I don't reload.
If you're blowing up people, they don't care what the hell you're reloading. They're caring about all the powder you have.
Eight 8,000 primers.
Wow.
I could use 8,000 primers.
Heck, I'm gonna buy more than that when I make my order next year.
I need to make. I wish I could order a fucking hazmat. I swear.
If I had about 100,000 primers, that'd be enough to make me feel comfortable not ordering any for a while. Of course, I won't be able to afford that many at one time. But
Caleb, you're young. You need to get a girlfriend, damn ya.
Or a boyfriend.
I need to know how to make some foam under the mercury so I can make some of my own primers. I know it's an old chemical, but it works.
Caleb likes to switch hit.
Huh? Like the what?
Switch hit.
Switch hit.
I don't even know what that means.
Google it.
I have a feeling I really don't care. I really don't want to find
Oh,
out.
no, Edge is being uppity now.
On occasion.
There you go, brother.
Well, Caleb, since you never played baseball in your life, I think it's
Hey, I played baseball all the way till I was like a
yeah.
minute.
Well, well, you know what a switch hitter is? Somebody can bat on both sides, from the left and from the right.
No, I mean no. We never said anything about it. It was like it was like kid baseball. It wasn't serious. No one used slang
Yeah,
terms like that.
you didn't play baseball in Texas. It's serious. Nevertheless, when you're switching from left-handed to right-handed, you're switching sides, so you can see where that connotation's going.
Edge,
Oh wow.
when you say switch hitter, I don't want to talk to you no more, man. That's fucked up.
We're talking about Caleb.
Oh, all right, cool.
Oh, fine. I see how it is. Well, it's cool if it's me, but
Hey, long as Caleb, it's good.
Hey, you're young. You're supposed to get used to bullying. Just don't go hang yourself tonight.
we're talking about powder storage over here. I wish it was a problem I had. If I had, luckily, sadly, I don't have that amount of powder to worry about it.
Caleb, if you're switch hitting, we have to talk more about powder.
Oh my god. Okay, that's enough. After making your own primers comes making your own gunpowder.
Yeah, primers right till I switch hitting, and I'm in trouble now.
Actually,
all right. There's a rule: smokeless propellant intended for personal use in quantities not exceeding 20 pounds.
What?
50 pounds. What?
No,
Wait,
read it.
residences. No, it says
But not exceeding 50 pounds. To do 50 pounds, you've got to keep them in a wooden box or cabinet having walls at least 1 inch thick.
yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah, but I mean, well, first off, two things. One, who's really gonna check that? But then at the same time, second, you kind of want to do that anyways for your safety. So, I mean, I guess it depends.
Yeah,
Have my wife carry them in her purse.
Yeah, you can have 21-pound canisters kind of like spread around your house, and that's fine. But if you want to say 51-pound canisters, they've got to be in a wooden box.
Wait, you can have 20-pound canisters throughout your house. Is that what you said?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like as long as they're not all in one spot.
Yeah, they have to be stored in the original containers.
I don't worry about that shit.
Rules. We don't follow those stinking rules.
You know what you gotta do though? If you got enough powder to worry about it, would just be to buy a gun safe that was like completely maximized for powder containers and just fill it full of powder.
Again, they got to be kept in a wooden container.
Of course, though, if that ignited, that'd be like a big grenade almost, I guess.
That's why they have to be stored in a wooden container.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
you
a
can get
plastic container is better because you don't want to put them in like I say, in a metal can.
No, plastic melts. Wood is an excellent insulator of heat. Even when the outside of wood is charred, it does not transfer heat as well as, say, plastic.
I have a feeling nobody follows these ordinances about primers and powder. Because the 10,000 primers is what Ohio's quoting the code from. And
Why do you keep saying Ohio? You're not from Ohio.
no, the
Never
guy's
knew.
name on gun channels who's
Yeah, my best friend moved to Ohio. Dumbass.
And how would you get caught? Say you had a fire in your house.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean,
But I mean what?
well, if the house burns down completely, that's the least of your problems. You're probably not going to get that investigated. But if you like a partial fire, yeah, and they figured out, and that was like the cause, that was like a catalyst for it or something. Yeah, you'd probably definitely get a.
I mean, that's a little different topic, but if you have ammunition in your house, most places, a bulk stash of ammunition, most fire departments won't put out your house. They'll sit there and let it weapon go up.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And now, if you have insurance on your house, now you're not getting a single penny because you did not store your powder properly.
Huh. I'm trying to think what kind of wood crates would be easy to get that would be cheap. Well, you could build some for 1 inch thick. You could build some pretty cheap.
Yeah, 1x1s.
At least 1 inch thick. So you can't use a 1x4 because it's not 1 inch
Does it
thick.
have to be? I wonder, does that have to be like a solid wall, or could it be like
Yeah,
a solid crate, or could it be
if you
like
wanted to make it yourself, you'd have to get 1 inch thick plywood or 2x4s or 2x2s.
But could you make it just out of 2x4s, like a crate that was like you could see through, like a?
No, they have to
Oh.
be.
That fucking scare me, man.
Huh?
You put some plywood on the inside, you seal it. Put some
Yeah.
plywood.
Right. You don't want fire getting at it, so plywood would be the obvious choice.
I have 12 pounds of powder. I'm good.
Yep.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah. Now you can have 20 pounds loose in the kegs, using it. But if you got more than 20 pounds in the original containers, everything over that 20's got to be stored in a wooden box. So even if you had 21 pounds of powder, that one box has to be in that, or that one package has to be in the box. So.
Good night, gentlemen. I have to be up at 5 a. Have a good one.
Have a good one, man. Merry Christmas.
Later, Walt. So sorry to rain on people's parades, but that's
Hey,
the
I'm
rules.
fine. I don't have that much powder in my possession anyway. I wish.
I wish I had that problem. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll see y'all later.
Take care, Yankee.
Later, Yankee.
Let me know when you get that video played.
Heck, you could build a wood crate. I don't know how much is a sheet of 1 inch thick plywood.
No clue, but you should be able to make a box out of a 4x8 easily.
What does it say about if you have it together, you can have, so you could put, could you put 50-pound containers in a wooden crate then?
You would have to.
Okay, but if it's 20 pounds or less, you don't have to put it in a crate.
Yeah. Only problem is when you're using that powder, you can't be taking that 50-pound container or that wooden crate. It has to be kept in there, and you can't put it in anything else but your loader. So what you're doing without breaking the law. You can't take and put that powder in, say a Tupperware dish to go dish out. If you got 1-pound containers that you had used, then I guess that would be okay as long as it's the original container that powder came in. So you couldn't be doing,
Wait, did it say something about keeping it?
Stockton powder and pistol powder.
It didn't say anything about keeping it in the original container, did it?
Yeah, that had to be in the original container.
Man, I didn't even click on the link. I was just reading what was below it.
Yeah, smokeless propellants intended for personal use in quantities not exceeding 20 pounds, 9.1 kilograms, shall be permitted to be stored in original containers in residences. Quantities exceeding 20 pounds, but not exceeding 50 pounds, shall be permitted to be stored in resident when kept in a wooden box or cabinet having walls at least 1 inch nominal thickness.
Yeah, the only thing is, most powder you buy, the biggest keg you can get is 8 pounds that I've ever seen.
Yep.
That's it. So if you have a bunch of 8-pound kegs, you don't have to have them in a crate or anything. But could you? I guess you could all have them all in one spot, like on one cabinet, couldn't you?
Yes, you can have them all in one cabinet as long as it follows those rules. The walls have to be at least, that'd be wooden walls at least 1 inch thick.
But it's not because it's not over 20 pounds though, right?
If you have 3 8-pound canisters, that's 24 pounds.
Yeah, but it's not.
You'd have to have at least one of them in a wooden box or in a cabinet.
So what if you put them all in a big cabinet that was 1 inch thick?
That's fine.
But it can't exceed 50 pounds, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in other words, what you're using.
So you can't have more than 50 pounds of powder per crate, pretty much.
You can't have 60. You can't have more than 50 pounds on residence. Period. In that dwelling. Now, if you have outhouses or outbuildings, that would be considered a different residence.
Be using the fishing boat.
Yeah, that'd be at least, I'm not giving legal advice here, folks, but I would assume that would be in a different residence. So, say you had a nice, garden shed, and you kept, 20 pounds out there. They could just be in the original containers, fine. But if you had 21, 1 pound would have to be in a wooden crate, or a shelving unit that meet or a cabinet that meets those specifications.
What was that noise? You hear that?
No.
Oh, maybe that was here on my end, my house or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm reading this. It says, no more than 400 pounds shall be stored in one cabinet. So you can store a bunch of powder in separate container. You can store a bunch, like if you had a bunch of 8-pounders, I guess you could store a bunch in one cabinet. It just couldn't be over 400 pounds. And so if you have 2 cabinets, the separation between them must be 20 feet. It's the closest they can be.
Yeah, now, that makes sense. I'm just reading what was quoted there, and I just copied that from that one word. Now I looked at exceeding. I actually did look for the word exceed.
The building shall be protected by an automatic sprinkler system.
Yep.
Hey,
Wow.
anyone of you guys use Chorboy as, you know what Chorboy is, right? The copper
Little Brillo pad thing, right?
Brillo pad. Have you guys used that to clean your barrel?
The inside of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You
No.
gotta be careful though. Some of that stuff, it's not completely 100% copper. I wouldn't do it. I don't know.
I see that on the internet everywhere. Like use a Chorboy to clean lead out of your brass. That's not lead out of your.
Use a bore snake.
Use a bore. I use a bore snake. It doesn't hit the grooves.
Leading has never been. My leading has never been so bad that I've had to like use an unconventional method of cleaning to get it out.
I decided to use, lots and lots of brushes.
Yeah, I'll just usually take and put a good bit of solvent in the barrel, or on the brush rather, on the car, through over and over again until it was worn down.
Yeah.
There's this stuff I bought. Hang on, I'll pull off Amazon. Some kind of lead. I bought it specifically. It's specifically made to clean lead out of the barrel. It's like stronger than solvent.
What is it?
I'm trying to find it. Let me go to my orders. I ordered it a while back, and I've only used it once, and it seems to work pretty good. It definitely smells very powerful. Like it has like ammonia in it. I'll put it that way. I mean, it's strong, or something. It has something like that. It's kind of active.
Yeah. Now, if you're cleaning out leading, Chris, I mean, I would look to see what Charboy, see if it's 100% copper, if it's a copper alloy where they add
Holy
other
crap!
materials in there. I would definitely be leery of it.
Right, because it might not be copper. Could be some weird other metal. Chris, there's the link, but I didn't pay nearly that much for it. I was like, I bought it like let me go back to my order history here. No, it was way cheap. It was like, I think it was at least $10 cheaper than that. I bought it in July.
Yeah. The word free shipping attracts my attention. So
I paid $9 for it.
Really?
Prime. So I paid $9.73 flat. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's not a Prime item anymore, so I guess that's why it went up. I don't know.
I think there's some ammo that I need to get rid of that has what do you call it? Lead, has that are bare lead. So I need to shoot those. I need to get those out of the way. It's a good thing we're about to end this chat here because I need to crank out some balls for tomorrow.
So I figured out how much to buy powder now. Well, at least if it's still the same situation in a few months, whenever I have the money to do it, I'm going to have to go on Gunbroker and find a good auction to get a good bid on it.